And we are live. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Postol, Ramirez, Lara, Vendetti. They are going toe-to-toe. I will be flipping back and forth between ESPN and PBC so we can get a full commentation on all fights. Okay? Right now, the preliminaries, we have Abram versus Arcone, or Abram Martinez versus Arcone out of Venezuela. And I'm very interested to see how this guy is. We might be looking at the next Edwin Valero, if you guys know who that is. But a question mark at this point. Martinez from Dallas, Texas, taking him on. He's also undefeated with 8 wins and 6 by KO. Arcone comes in with 10 wins, 10 losses. Chi Game and Counterpunch, who you got? Lara, Vendetti. You know what? I don't know a lot about Vendetti. I know he's a pressure fighter. That's really all I really know about the guy. But little do I know, I believe that Lara should do enough, unless he gets old overnight. Star Power and Entertainment. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you.
And this will be a real test as to where he's going. He flips out a nice jab and gets out of the way of trouble.
Arcone, you know, I would expect him with 10 wins and 10 knockouts to be a pressure fighter, but he looks like he's a trickster. You know, he's using angles. He's really good by using the ring so far. And none of these guys really want to commit.
And he looks strong, but this is only an 8-round fight.
Okay, it's online scoring, so
because they both respect each other's knockout power.
good jab from Abram. Good hook off the jab from Abram.
In the first round, and see what you can tell from the other fighter. I mean, when you go out there, you got to test him all kinds.
Oh god, that guy's off.
Arcone is doing the right thing. He's applying a little pressure with his feet and seeing how his opponent Martinez is going to react. Yeah.
Loke, I be the famous. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Chris Serrano in the building. What's up, brother? I'm just checking out this chess match. Nothing really happening so far. Grazing hook from Arcone. Oh, good right lands. Now we're getting somewhere. They work the exchange. Abram starts smiling. That means he might have been hurt by one of those hooks. He landed his own right hand.
Between the two, big test for both fighters. A lot on the
Oh. I like what Arcone just did. He threw a left hook to land the right hand. It kind of reminds me of what Floyd did to Oscar De La Hoya when they fought. He threw the hook, landed straight with the right. Because Abram's guard was up for the hook. You know, so the hook was the throwaway punch. This is very, very interesting thus far. Let me see what's going on the ESPN Plus side. Todd Long, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Skrilla 50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Search and destroy. Upside down smile. Always side eye that type of shit. Okay. So on the ESPN Plus side, we got Gabriel Murataya. 4 wins, 3 K by KO, no losses.
the fighting school teacher from Fontana, California, Gabriel El Maestro Murataya.
Okay, gentlemen, I went over the instructions in the dressing room.
Watching the Martinez versus Narcone.
Anything on this
Yeah, you
belt
got Lara,
is a
Skrilla.
low blow. Anything on this belt line is a legal blow, okay? Touch him up.
This dude looks like Tommy Davidson.
That is
Ghetto Love. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you.
as we get ready to
Ghetto Love's in the building, people.
And for Gabriel Murataya, the fighting preschool
Taking on
He
Bland.
got the name El Maestro, which is the teacher in Spanish, on one of the Zoom calls from Timmy. Timmy was calling him the teacher, called him that during the fight, and he said he liked it. It kind of stuck. Got to put a twist on it, put it in Spanish, but it's preschool.
Oh, good right. Down goes Murataya. Murataya. Wow. Yeah, get up, dude. What's the deal?
Slip or a knockdown?
No, that was a knockdown, bro. He gets caught in the ear. What is this?
That was.
Why isn't he counting? Bland catches him with a right at the end.
Yeah.
Antonio Matthews, what's up, brother?
Because he didn't.
Arizism. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm well as I'm gonna be. You know, we're live. We're watching boxing on two sides of the spectrum. ESPN, PBC. We'll see which is the best to be.
Oh, so he was saying it's a knockdown.
It was a knockdown.
Back of the head.
Oh, come on. That was not back. He hit him right here, dude.
He belongs to.
He hit him in the ear.
That's going to cost him a point. That is exactly what he said.
Really? Wow.
We're definitely going to need to run that back, but if
Yeah, that's some
he
bullshit.
knocked down, and then he's saying he hit him while he was down. Then that's
I wonder some of these refs, I wonder if they know what the hell they're really doing.
clear direction.
Because I seen that clear as day. This dude went down. He got caught with that right again.
For behind the head, which is what I initially thought why he didn't call it a knockdown and said that. We'll have to see the replay. But
That's the same punch, bro.
number one,
Wilder hit Fury with, and the same punch Fury hit Wilder with in the third round of the second fight.
Jab
he's looking very sharp right now.
has Murataya thinking a little bit as he tries to work his way inside.
This is an interesting matchup.
Again, the back of the head a little bit there from Bland.
Jack Broom, what's up, brother?
Body types, but like boxing styles.
Yes.
Oh, good right from Murataya. Oh, they're throwing leather over here.
Nice right hand.
Top
from
rank.
Murataya.
Off his head.
Pro bout so far. He's coming out fairly fast for him. Normally much more measured.
Oh, good right from Bland.
From Bland out of Brooklyn, New York. This is fight number 5 for Gabriel Murataya. Good right hand, good straight right from Murataya.
And a body shot. Though a lot of those crazy body shots like that are pretty hard.
No, they're banging, dude.
These guys
They are banging.
go right here.
Yeah, they banging out Ghetto Love. This is real right here. El Maestro versus UBG.
We were used to seeing that activity level pick up from what we just saw in a middleweight fight, but these guys are definitely letting their hands go quite a bit here in round 1.
That's true, he does.
Hopefully we can get some clarity to the confusion that happened there at the beginning of round 1. Justice Bland is slowed down a little bit here as he shoots that right uppercut. That's a tough first round to score, and it may be even tougher considering.
Score the knockdown.
Oh, score the knockdown.
Make sure you score the knockdown.
That's a knockdown. That's what I thought. Because I'm like, dude, think real hard about before you make a decision like he did. The dude got caught fair and square. He went down. And he looked up like he didn't know what the hell was going on. I got to take a look at this replay. Okay. Bland jabs, right hand.
Left hand jab.
That looked a little behind the head. It did, though. Let me look at it again, though. Now we slowed it down.
Down came from a punch that actually did land off
Yeah,
the back
it
of
was
the
a nice
head.
shot. It was
Yeah, oh yeah, he hit him again when he was down. Okay, he shouldn't have done that. That's some Roy Jones Jr. shit.
That would be a 9-9 round. When you have a 10-point must system, that's where things get tricky.
Well, it depends how you score the round. Like I scored that round for Bland.
Remember,
Let me check out PBC now. See what they're doing over there.
Hurt with that little overhand right he got hit with. He knows he's got to be very careful now.
You're right, Joe. When they get in the firefight, Martinez comes out on top.
Yep.
Jab to the body there by Martinez. Again, he's remained calm, even though what Narcone is throwing back it is quite dangerous.
Yeah, he's got good
Jabbing.
poise, good patience.
Smiling again at Narcone. Follows up now with a combination. Starts to press his advantage.
Yeah, Martinez, he looks a little bit more polished. But then
Gonna have to pick up
Arcone looks, he's a little sneaky, like he's trying to set something up.
dangerous puncher here.
Good right hand on the inside by Arcone.
Put out the output to make it happen.
And you're right, and he just stepped in with a good one, too, Arcone. He landed the right hand, and Martinez didn't blink.
10 seconds.
Final seconds, and they start to exchange once again. We're going to take another look at that knockdown, and both men swinging.
Oh, shit, it was a knockdown for these two guys. So who went down?
Good opening fight here on Fox. They exchanged, and the
Oh, snap. Martinez dropped him with a left hook in the exchange. Okay, good. All right, let's go back. The 154-pound division is the only division that the top fighters of divisions all fight each other. Yeah, in a sense. You know, I wanted to see Lara versus, like, Kell Brook. Since one of the Charlos has to fight Lara. I know they all trained together once upon a time. D-Town Blaster, what's up, brother? What's up, Kurt? We missed that beer the other day. Yeah, we did, man. I was driving right through. I stopped for a little bit. I see the cousin out there, but then I had to get back to do some work. But I'll catch you on the next one now, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Jack Broom. WH, it was boring.
Top, throws up the middle, keeps his head moving.
Well, yeah, at 5'3", I mean, that's kind of where you got to be comfortable. You don't have much of a choice to fight too often around the outside.
And sparring 3 days.
Understood, sir. Looking forward to it. Hell yeah, let's do it.
And at this kind of pace, too. Good right hand there again by Wood.
Good round from Muay Thai.
And it looks to me like Bland is getting tired. He looks like he's getting tired.
Gabriel does also work with his dad at their gym. And also, as we take a look at some of the replays here, does a good job slipping some of those shots there,
Got hit
Chris.
with a big hook on the high of the head by Bland, but was getting his own shots off of the inside.
Oh, good uppercut by Murataya.
Very sneaky from Murataya. He landed
Boom. Good uppercut. Man, they got him in the nose. That shit stings when you get hit like that. That shit really stings when you get hit like that.
Good round from both men, but I need more Murataya in that one.
Ghetto love, yeah, good uppercuts, definitely.
Get that goal, you hear me? Russ, let's go. Third round.
And I like that kind of check in there with his trainer. Get the instructions, repeat it back to me, just to make sure we're on the same page, that you heard me correctly. I need more of those jabs, more jabs in this round. Round 3 scheduled for 4. Christina Poncher, Chris Algieri here with you. Nice scrap we have here between these two bantamweights in our second fight of the night. The first of 2 Murataya brothers.
Joe DC, what's up, brother?
Younger brother.
Late Tubers. Yo, what's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. Yeah, there's a live fight. Absolutely, AP. I would turn to the fight, but my son is hogging the hotel TV watching NASCAR. That sucks. Don't worry. Just stay tuned for some counter-punching commentation. Oh, they're fired. They're trading.
Combination of punches there by Mordecai, but a nice right hand counter by Bland.
Yeah, they're swinging for the fences.
Just missed.
Murataba, I see what he's doing.
Bland definitely showing it.
See, Bland he's swinging wide. So Murataba's coming up with uppercuts right on the inside. He's digging him to the body, then he comes back upstairs.
His energy and his output and his sharpness, like there's guys that have
Late Tubas, appreciate you, brother.
right here in the bubble.
Keep watching. I'm coming with daily content.
See the little
Seeing that right now. Yeah. Seeing that right now, Justice Bland.
Good hook by Bland to end the exchange. Oh, good right by Bland. I think Murataba hurt him with that one. He catches him again. Catches Bland right on the chin.
That's always a great tool.
Oh, they trade right hands in that.
Right knockdown goes outside of their field of view, and the shot that you don't see hurts the most.
Glenn seems to be okay. He got his little check right hook there on Mordecai.
Oh, good hook by Bland.
A little bit higher. As his corner yells, give me back that jab.
Good uppercut by Murataya.
Hard to go jab, and you got your opponent's head on your chest.
Yes. I'm also used to seeing Bland move a little bit more.
He hasn't had the chance to. Mordecai has been all over him. But Bland has fought really well on the inside.
Lord is a Fox Showtime fighter. Yes, he is. This is top ranked. Oh, damn. Murataya is swinging for the fences. But he just barely misses. Oh, good right by Murataya. Another good right by Murataya.
These punches. Unfortunately, he's not setting his feet too much, so he's not able to hit a lot.
I think Bland's tired, bro. He's holding on to the right arm of Murataya.
Yeah, Bland having some trouble keeping up with Mordecai at this point. Mordecai is really coming on, putting a tremendous amount of pressure.
Good inside right by Bland as they exchange. Oh, Murataya returns one. Then he goes to the body. Then he gets that sneaky uppercut right again. He attempts another uppercut. He misses with that one to get smothered. I'm going to call the uppercut, I'm going to call that to Povetkin. So all uppercuts are called Povetkins now. Povetkins.
And he knows that for the third time in a row, he's got a lot of eyes on him with this opportunity he's fighting like.
We can hear it turn before you get copyrighted. No, it's all good.
Closer to our main event of the evening, the WBCW.
Yeah, it's a little different. Like as long as you don't have, like if they're playing some type of music that belongs to someone, yeah, they'll get you that way. A lot of people try to play it safe with just nothing at all. So if you don't hear anything, they won't have to hear anything to dispute anything, right? So, but I appreciate it. Appreciate the looking out, Jack P. Counter punch to you. In fact, I'm going to go and check out what's going on the PBC side of things. They got the, well, that's the unofficial score. So it's 39-36 in favor of Martinez. He got the knockdown in the second round. Oh, he gets Martinez with a good left hook. Oh, good jab by Martinez. I think that's pretty much been the story of the fight on this side, on the PBC side. But you coming from someone that has 10 wins and 10 knockouts. It just makes you think like, okay, does this dude have explosive power or what's the deal? You know, because I really don't see it. Maybe he was just fighting Venezuelans or just only in the South America, you know, areas, or maybe Central America. But, you know, of course, he's dealing with a Dallas guy, and you're always going to have different styles when you go to different places. That's why it's never a good idea when a fighter only fights in one region. New counter when you can. Check your gram. Absolutely. Counter punch to you. Boxing 24/7. Who you got, guys, with Ramirez versus Postol? It's going to be a good fight. I want to know what Postol has left. I mean, is he still that guy? Oh, yeah, by the way, he was beaten by a fighter named Terrence Crawford. Okay? And that was his first defeat, mind you. So, so we're back to ESPN. Love you guys to this night all. Wow, headed in early. Okay. Have a good night, Lady Shan. It's 4 out of 4. We got 17 seconds left. Oh, Mutataba's taking this. He's taking it. He's a busier fighter. I think Bland, I think he's done. Yeah, he's really tired. He's winging shots. Those shots he's throwing right now, they're like fatiguing shots. The bell rings. It is over. Mutataya, despite the knockdown, he came back, and I think he won every round after that with uppercuts and just sheer aggression, effective aggressiveness. The uppercuts were there all night, and a lot of people with judges, they love to see one guy pursuing the other guy on top of landing punches on the other guy. So you have to give Bland that knockdown because it was a knockdown, but he didn't have any damn business hitting him after bell. He shouldn't have done that. He tried to act like Roy Jones. Povetkin hit the Iron Mike Tyson slipping uppercut and knocked White into 2022. Damn, not 2022. So he ain't going to wake up into 2022? I don't think there will be a Fury Wilder 3. Antonio Matthews. You know what? I have a video to do after the live stream, because I have a video, an article I read about that. So stay tuned for that with Wilder or whatnot. Okay, let me go back on the PBC side of things. Yeah, Ghetto Love. I think he took it too, man. I think he definitely took it. Oh, shit. Oh, Alcone's playing dirty. He tried to get that man a shoulder, then he popped him behind the head. Damn. He looked like a dirty ass dude, though. He looked like one of them Luis Resto kind of cats. I'm gonna take some padding out of my shit so I can really put the pain to you, so you can feel my knuckle. He is a bit dirty. Yeah, he's a bit dirty, search and destroy. Okay, he's happy about something. I don't know what the hell he's happy about. Well, if Deontay Wilder doesn't fight, you can cancel that other shit because it will be too much money locked up between the both of them. But I mean, look what they done for the fucking past 3 years almost. Okay. You had 18, all at 19 went away. Then they got that going and all this. And they had all this shit tied up. And Wilder just wanted to fight Fury. And now look what he has. He got his ass whooped. So, I mean, it's one of them things where he could have fought Joshua, made more money, made better money, and it's not set in stone that Joshua would have beat Wilder. Wilder could have hit him and hurt him with something like he always does. But it just shows you when you start thinking only one-sided, okay? When you stop wanting to fight everybody, I got to right my wrongs. Well, I thought you won. If you felt you won, there's nothing to right. There's no wrong to right. Seriously, though, nobody going to talk about Tank waiting for Loma to get old. If Loma look like he's slipping next fight, Tank will suddenly get his balls back and come out the closet. Boxing 24/7. You're absolutely right. That's what a lot of those people do. Floyd knows that shit. Floyd knows that Lomachenko would be hell for him at that weight when he was in his prime. Okay? That's the super fight, a fight that'll never happen. Pretty boy Floyd versus Lomachenko. That's the fight to happen. You know what I mean? That's why I want to see Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, because Devin Haney is that guy, or Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a very, very talented dude. He's awesome. Aslam alaikum, Kurt. Counterpunch to you. Tony Matthews, wishful thinking, champ, unless Fury pulls out. Here we go. I truly don't think Wilder wants another go. I think he knows he gets his career ended by the coke head in the trilogy. Oh, good right from Martinez. Yeah, he's getting him. He's getting him now. He didn't like that. I don't know why Martinez did. He sit back and smiled and looked at his work. He should have finished him off because he had him on the ropes. He hit him with a right. He came with a left hook, then jabbed him, right hand again, and then he kind of let him off the hook. I didn't understand that. Yeah, Narcone is totally outclassed, people. I can see that from this guy. He's been fighting a lot of guys that have similar styles, and he's come up there to fight another guy in another region that's giving him problems easily. Okay, he's not even applying the pressure. So he's not really knowing what to do, because a guy that's used to walking through fighters, a guy that's used to not used to that type of resistance, he ain't gonna know what to do. Yeah, he's lost. Isn't there another top ranked card on tonight, a Brazilian one? I think so. Oh, good left hook. Narcone lands a good left hook, and it got smiles at him. I think that hurt him, honestly. But the thing is, Narcone doesn't want to come in no more because he knows that he can get countered himself. That's what put him down on the canvas. Oh, okay. Angulo. Angulo's fighting Vladimir Hernandez. That's going to be a badass fight. I like Alfredo because he shows that Mexican style. You know what I mean? That's the definition of Mexican style. Not Canelo. Not Golovkin. He's not even Mexican. But Alfredo El Perro Angulo. That guy is off the chain. That guy is off the chain. Triple G continues to knock out walking punching bags who don't punch back. Boards don't hit back. Tank Davis is a junior. Deontay Wilder fighting a bunch of no names and old farts. I'm new to boxing. What happened to Loma in the WBC? Did he really dodge Haney? Because I don't believe it's that simple. Well, if you get offered a WBC franchise belt by Mauricio Suleiman, it's pretty much a license to do whatever the fuck you want to do with the WBC. You can't even lose the belt, But they make sure you don't lose the belt because you can pick whoever you want to fight. So a guy that's 7 losses, 22 wins, 7 losses, 3 draws, 10 knockouts, and you're undefeated. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I want him. crazy to me to think Teofimo Lopez could KO Loma in 6 rounds. Well, that's probably one of the most anticipated fights I want to watch this year. Yeah. Where's Dominic Brazil, Ricky Torre? I don't know. He's probably still trying to wake up, hell. Stalking Adam Kaunaki. Yeah, franchise is on the line versus Lopez, though, Kurt. Okay. See, here's what's going to happen. It really won't be on the line, but what's going to happen if Teofimo beats him, it won't be credible. Because they're going to say, man, Lopez just knocked you the fuck out. So you take you and your fake ass fucking jack-a-crack title back to Mauricio and tell him to go fuck yourself. Because it's not even gonna be worth anything if he loses. You see what I'm saying? None of that will. All that stuff that, he can't lose. You don't have to lose the belt. All you have to do is lose the legitimacy of the belt. And that's what'll happen if Teofimo wins. Antonio Matthews, Wilder is number 4 behind Cokehead, Joshua, and Povetkin. Damn, why you blowing on Tyson? Counterpunch, who is your top 5 fighters right now, and what's your favorite style of boxer? I don't know. I don't have a favorite style. I respect styles because one guy can do well with one opponent, and then in the next fight he can get his ass beat. So it's not really about styles. It's about how the styles match up. And I love them all. I appreciate everything about them. Just like I like Alfredo Angulo. He's not a boxer. He wants to get in your face, put his head on your chest, and throw bombs. Okay? Got Lara. He is a pure boxer. So he's a guy, he's gonna stick and move. He's gonna use his reach. He's gonna use that 74-inch those arms he has. Something tells me that Narcone, he has some dynamite. He's just not landing like he wants to. Yeah, he has to go. Oh, there we go. Narcone drops him. Didn't I just say that? I said something tells me Narcone has some type of power in his hands. And then it's over. And then it's over, the last exchange of the night. It's crazy. It's crazy. He goes down with a left hook. And I told you, it's like he just couldn't get those punches off. And when he went for the exchange, he said, fuck it. If I get dropped, I get dropped. But I'm going for it. And he drops Martinez to end the fight. Beautiful. He throws the chopping right to throw away. Follows that left hook. Boom! Down goes. It didn't follow with a right hand. Wow. Martinez is flat on his ass. If he had more time, he would took that kid out. You know what? I would love these guys to rematch. I don't think Martinez's people would want that because Narcone is dangerous. Because someone has 10 wins, no losses, no draws, 10 knockouts. He's on fire now because I just put this Dallas ball in his ass. And look, if that's a fight they never won again. Martinez, if they win this decision, hey, move on. Do not mess with this kid from Venezuela again. He's a dangerous guy. And if this is his first loss, people will remember the loss. Oh, well, he got dropped, but he came back at the very end and dropped Martinez, and Martinez might have been saved by the bell. Luke Campbell or Ryan. I don't know, man. That's up in the air because I don't know. It's such an experimental fight for Ryan. So I don't want to call it right now. I don't want to call it. I'm going to give a fight. I'm going to look at both fighters and give you a non-biased breakdown of both guys. Yeah, Joe DC, it's a very bad thing for the sport. The franchise title. Well, whoever wins between Loma and Lopez should fight Haney, but I know that won't happen. It may happen. It depends on who wins. I think if Teofimo Lopez beats Lomachenko, he'll fight Haney. Because one thing, if you dethrone the king, you dethrone the pound for pound guy, then his nuts are going to get this big people. Big giant gorilla nuts. He's going to grow them overnight, and he's going to want to fight all these guys. Look, he just took out Loma. So if I beat Loma, and he's not sure that Devin Haney will beat Loma, let's take on Haney. I can take on Haney now. It's going to go that way if it happens. I would not be surprised if there's 3 or 4 heavyweight champs. Ooh, wow. I mean, I hope not, but you know, it will be the quest for somebody to put the pieces back together again. You know, the WBC, the WBA, the WBO, the IBF, the IBO, all of them put together. You know, so somebody is going to try to do what Anthony Joshua damn near did if he couldn't get to that point. Larry Holmes jumps over a limousine and jump kicks Trevor Burbank. I remember that shit. The first time I saw that, man, I was crying. I was crying. I was crying, man. That shit was hilarious. Wilder has beat the hell out of the pizza delivery drivers mostly. You're blowing on Wilder, man. But, you know, Wilder he fought a lot of guys that I don't think were just there, you know. Yeah, Ghetto Love, that was classic. That was some classic shite. Lopez stalked Loma for a while. He did, and he got what he was asking for. That's the good thing, you know. And it's Lara, Greg Vendetti. I want to see what this fight is about. Yeah, that left hook lands. Boom! Left hook, boom! Followed with a right. Yo, that was a very good knockdown. I don't know how they're going to score it after that, but we'll see. Because Narcone landed 68, Martinez landed 73. 270 punches thrown for Martinez versus 275 thrown. 27% for Martinez, 25% for Narcone. You know what I mean? Power punches. 36 lands for Martinez, 35 lands for Narcone. You know what I mean? Thrown. Martinez thrown more power punches, 130. 102 thrown for Narcone. 28% versus 34% for Narcone. So, I don't know, man. You know, and I really didn't watch it all because, you know, I was back and forth. So let's see.
We go to the scorecard. Just inside, Patrick Russell scores about 76-74 in favor of Abram Martinez. Judge Moro sees it 76-74 in favor of Luis Narcone.
Okay.
And Edward Hernandez scores about 75-75.
Draw. I'm good with that.
It is a split decision draw.
I'm good with that. Because, see, you got 2 undefeated guys. You got a knockdown. Martinez didn't really do a lot more than Narcone based on the CompuBox, right? Numbers. Based on the percentages. He didn't do a hell of a lot more. And these are 2 hot prodigies. These guys should definitely fight again to see who's who. Okay? Because, you know, you can't be mad about that. You know, they could have called it like, hey, all right, let's go America, you know, and give it to the American kid. You know what I'm saying? They could have done that, but they didn't. Okay, let's see what's going on in ESPN's world. This is not really showcased at the beginning. They have some type of USC that they're... So you kind of got to scroll over to find boxing. I don't like that shit. I don't think Lopez is ready for Loma. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see far enough. Okay, we have another Murataya. Okay, I guess that's his brother, I'm assuming. versus Valenzuela. So. Okay, Valenzuela is from Mexico. Charlo versus Derevyanchenko, great fight. Boxing 24/7, that will be a great fight. I will be there to watch it live. Because I am very interested in that fight because Derevyanchenko, got in Triple G's ass. I don't care if Triple G's missed a step. I don't care if Triple G's old. Triple G is still a fucking tough bastard from Kazakhstan, right? That HBO fighter, throwback fighter. Oh, down he goes. Murataya, he's down. He gets dropped with a straight right from Valenzuela. Good knockdown. Good knockdown. I kind of like this back-to-back boxing. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just the more the merrier. I just wish one was after the other so we can go to one, watch one, counterpunch one, and then go to the other platform and watch it and counterpunch it. Yeah, but that was a good. And this guy here, he's taller. Valenzuela's taller, and he's long and rangy. He's kind of like one of those Keith Holm kind of guys. He has to catch you at the end of that shot. Oh, a knockdown apiece. Cool. Okay. I didn't see that I haven't been watching, and I was watching the other outcome of the other fight. So we got 2 knockdowns. So they've. Okay, let's see. Oh, good right by Murataya. Oh, good uppercut. He did a left uppercut and the right. Oh, but down he went. So he got caught exchanging, trying to get on the inside. Okay. That was more like a slip, though. But, it was a knockdown. I think the punch knocked him off his balance. Therefore, he fell down. But the punch, I guess, was hard enough to knock him off his balance to knock him down. So it's a lot of reasons you get knocked down. There's a lot of reasons you go down. A lot of times people think that a fighter just gets hit, gets hurt, therefore he's down. A lot of people can trip. A lot of people fall because of fatigue. Okay, there's a lot of factors when it comes to falling. Somebody could step on your damn foot. That's a classic veteran move from a lot of guys, especially if you're in the opposite stance. You can easily step on that foot. And if they're trying to throw or they're trying to move backwards, there you go. A lot of missing from both fighters. Despite being knocked down, Murataya is he's the aggressor still. I'm impressed on that. Valenzuela, he's just waiting for that counter. He's just sitting back. Oh, good right. Good right by Murataya. Oh, good right by Valenzuela. Counterpunch, you deserve an award. This is the only chat where everyone is civil and respectful to you, each other. Legend channel, Boxer 24/7. We have some shit talkers, but not regularly. Because I don't really. I think what brings the negativity on is like when people get to, or you have these guys that have these channels and they're acting like they're God. You know what I mean? We're just all here having a good time. You're not going to think like the next guy. You don't supposed to. You're your own man. You're your own person or whatever. So if you disagree, you're just going to disagree. If everybody said the same shit, it'd be kind of boring. It'd all be a bunch of yes men for everything that everyone else says because we're all agreeing with each other, you know. So it doesn't go that way. So if someone says, oh, I think this will happen. Okay, well, I don't. Cool. You know. Victor Postol. All right, 31-2-12. And Jose Ramirez, of course, is 25-0-17. This is going to be a very interesting fight. Let me go back over here to PBC Fox. Okay, here we go. We have Alfredo Angulo versus Vladimir Hernandez. You know, and I don't know his record. Let me change this shit, the format. There we go. Okay. Oh, Angulo is 26-7-21. Damn. Finding out a big bear. Yeah, I feel sorry for him in that Canelo fight, man, because he didn't want that fight to stop. You know, and really the fight was just now getting spicy because Canelo was starting to open up. And I think what it is, Canelo felt his power and he was like, okay, this guy can't knock me out. But it made it interesting because, you know, that's when Angulo was actually starting to land and to score his own shots. And then, you know, of course, Canelo with the, you know, that type of shit and landing these precise punches convinced the referee to like, no, we can't, you know, that was, matter of fact, that was Tony Weeks. And he didn't, you know, Tony Weeks was like, I don't want to see that shit. You know, I don't want to see no more of that Roy Jones Jr. shit because Roy Jones beat the hell out of people to the point where it should have been stopped. But it wasn't the fact that he was beating these guys that he was hurting. He probably was hurting them, doing cerebral damage, but these guys were nowhere near to the verge of trying to quit. So you either had to quit for them, stop them, or something. But the guys, you know, for fair play, those guys were actually wanting to keep fighting, and they were still game. Okay, Hernandez is coming out. What the hell? Hernandez is really doing a good job. He shoots the right over the jab of Angulo. Angulo just gets on the ropes. I guess Angulo wanted to see what he has. So, you know, he wanted to get his pound of flesh from him. These guys are banging. Yeah, I was about to say, what weight class are they in? Because Angulo, he's been up there a minute, but he looks kind of big. If Bivol versus Canelo happen at 160, who you got, bro? Bivol's a very dangerous guy. He's like a bigger Gennady Golovkin. A bigger, younger Gennady Golovkin. And Canelo, I don't see Canelo ever fighting him. I don't see Canelo fighting him. I don't see Canelo fighting Better Beef. I don't see him doing that. Because what Canelo's doing is smoke and mirrors. That Kovalev shit, dude, Kovalev was the weakest link up there. He had no business fighting that guy. Kovalev only took the fight for money. And it might seem good on paper, but it ain't shit. Because you had guys up there undefeated, right? Champions, game, experienced, hungry, you know, not worn down like Kovalev. Kovalev has been through his shit, okay? Kovalev has been through the shit. First of all, Kovalev's a drunk. He drinks a lot, okay? So he's not that same crusher than Andre Ward fought him. And if Canelo does fight Bivol, it'll be some bullshit with some type of clause, some type of rehydration clause. You can't come in a certain amount of weight, all that. It's going to be some bullshit like that. You know, they start tweaking and playing around with people's weight because you know that affects your strength levels. Okay. Caleb dropped out. Well, I think Caleb could beat Canelo. And people look at me crazy, but it's just the style that Caleb has. He's not gonna give Canelo too much. Fucking Hernandez is really doing the business. This fight is Hernandez is not playing with him. He's going in and giving him the business. Damn, Angulo's like in there like he's just trying to make a check. I don't see him doing much of shit. I'd like to see Lara versus Charlo before he retires. Yeah, but you know something, though? That would be a good fight. I would rather see him fight someone like Kell Brook, just for the style reasons. Lara. Jermell Charlo. It's a lot of history there, but I see Lara. We have to see what Lara's about this year. We have to see how he is right now, because I don't know. But based on what I've seen before, he still has great position, great accuracy. He's good with distance, and someone that knows how to do that in box, you can beat Jermell Charlo. I mean, Tony Harrison showed us you can beat him. You can beat him easily. It takes discipline. Oh, these guys were throwing leather. They're not playing. Yeah, search and destroy. He really is. He's throwing them bows. We got bows on him. We dropped bows on him. I want to see Caleb Smith versus Canelo, not Billy Joe. Feel like he's no longer motivated. Junior, I think the COVID has just put everybody kind of, and then they're trying to shortchange him. And if I'm Billy Joe, I'm like, okay, well, they're shortchanging Canelo. Man, Hernandez is really doing a big, he's coming at him. And is it just me, or as Angulo, I think he's done. Angulo should stop fighting. He doesn't have the same fire. He's getting hit at will by Hernandez. He just threw a good right then, but that was forced. You know what I'm saying? It looked forced to me. Canelo versus, Smith Jr. That would be a good fight. Canelo will end up all cards. Yeah, like he did Jacobs. Exactly, Ghetto Love. Exactly. Looks a bit out of shape. He does look like out of shape. He looked like he just finished eating. Like he just fucking left out a pollo con pade or something like that. Do you think that Aussie kid Zoo can be a problem on the world scene? I don't know. Jeff Horn, he was out of sorts. But we'll see what he can do. Yeah, Scance Rants, I'm with you. He's finished. He'll throw something every now and then, but he's done, man. He's just there. I think he's just there to get a check. Like, honestly, he's there just to get a check, man. He's getting hit with uppercuts, right crosses, left hooks, right hooks. Man, he's getting hit with everything. I want to see Babbitt versus Adeleye. Okay, there we go. I was missing a syllable. Danny Jacobs is now booed up with Angela Simmons, so don't know what that he will do for us, for his fighting. What that will do for his fighting. What the fuck's wrong with me? Recent Canelo training video wasn't great. He looked terrible. I haven't seen it, Joe DC. Oh, good uppercut. Yeah. Hernandez is teeing off. Yeah, old Jack Reese is in there. Canelo versus Yildirim is a free paycheck. Should not happen. No, he shouldn't. Did that Navarrete guy vacate his belt to go up? I'm not sure. Let's see what's going on the ESPN side. Let's see how close we are for the main event. I hope these fights go a little closer, a little faster. I hope it's after UFC so I can watch both. Caleb Plant versus Canelo is the #1 fight to be made at 168. Yeah. That's the fight I really want to see. I want to see that fight. And I think Caleb's ready. And you know something most important? I think that Caleb deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Caleb's been through a lot of shit in his life, man. His daughter dying, his mom getting killed by the cops. And it's crazy. And this is a white guy. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Okay, this is 6-8. Okay. Murataya just landed a good left hook. Valenzuela, he's bleeding. So he looks like he's taking an ass whooping right now. Caleb Plant is great. Caleb Plant is a warrior. Deontay Wilder got battered. Oh, good right. Murataya, he's really putting on the pressure now. I think he hurt this kid at one point. What do you think of Julio Cesar Martinez? He looks like a little wrecking ball. You know what? I haven't seen him yet. Joe DC. The only way to beat Canelo is by stoppage, or you're going to get robbed. If it's a decision, look at Triple G. Hey, man, look at Triple G. Look at that majority decision from Mayweather. Look at the fucking Lara fight. Yes, you're absolutely right. Hashtag Canelo on points. That's why it's like that. That's why that slogan in that hashtag is valid. Because Canelo will rob you. He's just too big. The money's there. And see, the problem with Canelo is if you beat him, and if you really legitimately beat him, then he's going to have to fight you again. So it's really a market thing, you know? Okay, if Canelo gets beat, hey, by the judges, he didn't get beat. So you don't have to worry about paying the other fighter more money than they feel that he's worth because that guy actually won. You see what I'm saying? Like Lara beat Canelo, but they know, first of all, they didn't want to pay Lara again more money this time because Al Heyman would have made sure that Lara gets more money on the rematch. They didn't want to make him that guy that beat him because he has no backing. Okay, Cuba doesn't believe in professional boxing, so he had no country behind him, literally. Just a few Cubans in Miami, that ain't enough, right? So it's one of those things where Canelo's people don't want to get locked into fighting someone just because they beat him. That's why they buy him, I believe. It is not because Canelo's not a good fighter, because we know that ain't true. But I think what it is, they don't want to get any type of unnecessary rivals. Okay? Should choose a weight class. LaRon 9817. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you, my brother in chat. Counterpunch to you, LaRon 9817. I got the name idea from somebody who had Tyson Fury as a cheat. Canelo rants probably took a couple years off Teddy Atlas's life. Probably so, Gator, because I know he was pissed. Because I remember in that Lara fight, he was like, 117, 111. This sport is ridiculous. You know, he was pissed. It's like, damn, calm down. Follow the money. Canelo versus Lara was a terrible fight. Both deserved and won in the loss column. Yeah, that shit was bad. Did you know Canelo landed 24 fucking headshots that whole fight? That's 2 punches around. That's crazy. Man, that's crazy. Okay, they just stopped it. They stopped Valenzuela. He's getting beat too much. Yeah. Yeah, they had to stop that. I mean, I seen the blood. I seen his eyes. He was kind of looking kind of spacey. He's getting hit, you know. Murataya, okay, by technical TKO, okay, technical knockout. Angulo has a better round. Okay, okay. What's going on with that? Let's go. Let's hit back over to Fox PBC. Yeah, and you know what? Angulo shouldn't even be up here. He's like, because his punching power is, I don't think it's good enough up there. Then it's slow. I think that weight is slowing him down. He was a lot faster than that. I could be wrong. I don't know what you guys think, but that's just my counterpunch on that, because he's hitting this guy, but the guy's hitting him. And then El Perro is very strong. You know, did you know Lara actually broke this guy's face bone? He broke his orbital bone. Yeah, Gated, their trip. They are massive about the Olympics. Amateurs. Gary Russell is hunting for the wrong fight, tugging on Crawford's cape. Hey, I say give it to him. You know, I say give it to him. Let Gary Russell do what everyone else tried to do and fail. Move your ass up there. Mikey Garcia tried it. What happened to him? Okay. Kell Brook tried it. Look what happened to him. Oscar De La Hoya tried it. Look what happened to him. All these fighters that moved up in weight trying to take on these guys that had no damn business up there in that weight class suffered the price. He took the choice. He wants to talk smack like he did this. Dude, this was in 2008. You know how long ago that was? That was like 12 years ago. You know what I mean? So, no, if Gary Russell Jr. wants to go up there and take on the best, step to the test. He wants it. You know what I mean? He reminds me of like Mighty Mouse and shit, because he's like, yeah, I take all you want. You're little. Danny Tedlock, I finally Googled you, Kurt, because you brought it up. I always just assumed you were a regular guy sharing your love for boxing. I am a regular guy showing my love for boxing. You're like a famous man. I enjoy your videos. I don't know about that. You're only famous to the people that know you, kid. You know, but appreciate you, Danny. Thank you for the support, you know. You know, it is what it is. But it's crazy you work with someone that just, you know, I was like, dude, I just seen this dude on Twitter. I remember working with him. Now he's gone. It's crazy. Pedro is boxing like someone's granddad. Yeah, you know who he looks like? He looks like John Fury. He looks like John Fury and shit. Yeah, man, he look like Mighty Mouse. Trinidad should stayed at welterweight. No, Trinidad should have stayed at super welterweight, because he was having problems at welterweight. That's why he left 147. After the Oscar De La Hoya fight, he went to 154. Then later on, Oscar went there. I think he should have stayed there. And, you know, after he beat Vargas, he beat David Reed, he beat Vargas, he beat Mamadou Thiam. Who else did he fight there? Then after that, I think he went up. He went to 160. But he should have stayed at super welterweight. Rumor has it Amir Khan was flat on his back after the Dubois fight. Crawford is the Eras Lucien Bute. Eras Lucien Bute. Oh, damn. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Ain't that the Canadian fighter up in Canada? Yeah, Angulo, he's starting to come on, man. But I'm like, dude. Yo, these motherfuckers look, they look like you like Crawford or Spence in that fight. I don't know what Spence has to show me he can beat Garcia. I want to see him get hit. I want to see how he reacts. I want to see if everything upstairs is okay like he claims it is. I want to see that. But, I mean, I always thought Crawford could beat Errol Spence. And I thought if there's someone that could beat Errol Spence, it would be Crawford. Just because of the style. And see, Crawford is the kind of guy, I think Errol Spence can beat Crawford at a certain style if Crawford decide to fight that certain style. Once Errol Spence achieves some success, Terrence Crawford is going to switch that style up and then change all over. And then he has to get reacquainted with him. Okay? Angulo fight screwed up and chopped. Junior Mayweather. Mayweather got lucky that Maidana fight was competitive, or he would have had a lot of backlash for ducking Amir Khan. Junior, you're absolutely right. And you see, Mayweather knew who to fight. He knew who he should have fought. But it just shows you that he had no business fighting Maidana. You know who should have fought Maidana? He should have rematched Broner. Broner should have got his chance to redeem himself. And I think that bothered Adrian Broner, you know, because mentally, you know, hey, this guy beat me, but I got my shit back and I beat him. You know what I mean? So, but Floyd stole his shine, playing big brother, taking an easy fight. The people already spoke and voted. No, we want you to fight Amir Khan. So fight Amir Khan. He didn't do that. He gonna do that to my baby brother, Adrian Broner, AB. I mean, you know, I'm gonna show her how it's done. The big Billy Goat, the AKA TBE. We're gonna get it done. Don't worry. Don't worry, AB. I'm gonna bring it home for you. When I chop him up, screw his ass, then you can have him. That type of stuff happened. But what happened? He got in there with a guy with a rugged style that was punching over that Philly shell. You know what I mean? And catching him on the temple. And people were like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? He's actually hitting Floyd. You know what I mean? Actually hitting Floyd. Andre Ward versus Dimitri Bivol. Make it happen. Look, Andre Ward, he needs a couple tune-up fights. I don't just like the idea of somebody coming up in there and just going back to that type of competition. He's been out of the ring too damn long. Give him that. You know, Tyson Fury didn't do that right away. You know, he fought Safiri in was it Vianetta or Pianetta? So, you know, fought Deontay Wilder and fought two more guys. At least those two more guys were undefeated. Yeah, these guys are fighting. They're starting to look like Dada 5000 versus Kimbo Slice. Lute is the guy Frotch destroyed. Okay. Edward McAfee. I'm from Detroit, and you reminded me of my father before he passed in 2016 for cancer. I watched all your videos, and you are a real solid dude. Keep up 100%. Man, my heart goes out to your father, man, in 16. 16 was a rough year for me, too. You know, 13 was terrible. So, lost my mother in 13. So, man, you know, I know the feeling to lose a parent. Okay, not a father, but a parent. Okay. So definitely, man, thank you for your support. And I will keep it up, and I will keep them coming just for you. Gator, Crawford has so many haters everywhere I look. I don't know why. Well, I mean, he's fighting in a weight class surrounded by PBC fighters, you know, and then they're all kind of hurdles. They all want to just, hey, Sean, give Sean the opportunity. No, Keith Thurman wants some. He wants $10 fucking million. Oh, fight this other guy. Fight Gandy Garcia. You know, it's a lot of stuff. Some fights will never happen because of boxing politics like Joshua and Spence and Crawford. And I don't see why. It's just stupid. That's real dumb. I mean, that's what Floyd did. Floyd, you don't put a poll up and ask the public, who do you want me to fight? And they all look and they vote for Amir Khan mostly. And then you go fight Maidana and you want to blame it on some other shit. Like, you don't do that. Like, don't do that. Andre Ward should stay retired. Not many people get to go out on top like he did with a flawless record. On top of that, one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world, Gator, too, to add to that. So, I mean, he's done what he's done. But I think at times, I think Andre Ward has that Apollo Creed syndrome. He just don't know how to retire. You know, he's admitted. He's like, sometimes I feel empty, sometimes that I feel like I need to go back in there. But then I remind myself of why I got out of the business. So you can't suspend that reason why you got out. You have to remember that always, because if you forget it, you'll end up going back in there and then it might hit you too late. Like, that's right, my knee's fucked up. You know, Ward ducked undisputed twice. Okay, how so? KDV shout out. Do you think Tyson Fury can demolish AJ in one round like he says? No. I mean, he didn't do that with Tom Schwartz. How you think he gonna do that shit with Anthony Joshua? No, I don't think that. Big up CPN and big up the chat. Good boxing community up in the place. Yes, sir. Thank you. Shakur Stevenson is the guy in the background at the moment compared to Haney, Garcia, Lopez, Tank, etc. But I think Shakur the best out of all of them. He may be. I was watching Shakur Stevenson today, and he was fighting an undefeated fighter, and he was just making him look foolish. The guy was like 24 wins and like 10, 11 knockouts. I forget his name. I do really honestly forget his name, but he was taking him to school. He didn't say he would do that with Tom Schwartz. I didn't say he did. I said if he couldn't do that to Tom Schwartz, what makes you think he can do that to Anthony Joshua? That's what I said. So let me retort. Elvis Rodriguez on now. I like that guy switching to boxing now. I just believe that Fury beats Wilder, Joshua beats Fury, and Wilder beats Joshua. Deontay Wilder got back. That could happen. I mean, it could happen. The more people, the more new fights, the more new matches, the more we're going to have people with different styles and how they match up. The speed, the timing, all that is a factor. The height, the reach, right? Errol Spence go bring the walk him down style and his superb boxing style against Crawford. You know what's going to happen? He tries that shit with Crawford. This is just my stab in the dark. He's not going to have to walk past or stalk Crawford, because once he tries to probe with that right hand, he's going to get countered. So all night that's going to be a chess match like fight. Who can land their left hand? That's if Crawford decides to fight him left-handed, which he might. So then it'll be a southpaw versus a southpaw, you see. You know? And then when Crawford gets that timing down, it's going to be pretty tough for Errol Spence, because Errol Spence ain't never been in that situation. He's never been in there. Sean Porter showed him a different type of fight, right? But really, who has he been in there with? Carol Brook gave Errol Spence problems. So if Carol Brook can give him problems with his 1-2 and jumping in style like he did, like he was doing, and he was really giving it to him, Crawford is a guy that will fight. However, Errol Spence is a dude that's very, very damn tough. But I think some punches that he will start getting hit with. You know what it's going to remind me of? Let me give you a perfect example. Let me compare a fight that already happened to how I think Errol Spence goes. Floyd Mayweather versus Diego Chico Corrales. You guys remember that January 20th, 2001. That was the fight to see. HBO, right? Watching that fight, Chico Corrales was beating all these guys, knocked out Angel Man, Freddy, and all these dudes. You know, and he was coming up and he was beating these, you know, he beat Roberto Garcia to get the strap, okay? Then he was an ESPN2 fighter on Friday Night Fights. Used to love that segment. I watched it every Friday. What ended up happening was he goes in there with Floyd. Floyd ain't known for a puncher. Diego Corrales is known for a puncher. Errol Spence is known for a puncher. Terrence Crawford, though, is known for a distance pure boxer, okay? He's a pure boxer. He has different diverse attacks and strategies and styles. He's like a boxing style bender. That's Terrence Crawford. He's like a boxing style bender. That's some stupid cover. This dude's crying. And then like his tears are clicking the button for this. Oh, wow. I know, right? Yeah, that's a match made. I was looking at this Jeff Goldblum commercial, apartments.com. Shit was hilarious. All right, let me see what's going on a PBC side. Been spending too much time over there. Okay, that was the PBC side. All right, let's see. And they're still banging. Dude, Angulo looks like he's about 58. No? Yeah, Angulo, I think he's like a slow locomotive train. He starts off, you know, then, you know what I mean? And he starts, you know what I mean? So he's up there now, you know? Angulo's coming back. So this is a good fight. See, this is a good fight that you want to sit there with some guys that love the Mexican style of fighting. I can appreciate it. These guys are not very skillful, but that's what makes it exciting. You don't got one guy trying to not get hit and, you know, throwing punches together, dodging, countering all that. No, these guys are just banging. You know, hey, I fight like you, you fight like me. Let's get it in. Let's get it on. You know, let's see what we can do. And let's have a good fucking night of boxing. You know, that's what people are doing. This is that type of fight. Now, actually, oh, there you go. Oh, you see, these guys are banging. See, they can do this shit all day. Okay, so it's 8 out of 10. Oh, good left from Angulo. Oh, good left uppercut from Angulo. The right hook was blocked, though. Accidentally woke him up, so Arrow definitely gonna be a different animal come November. Well, I hope so. I hope he does. I really hope he does. That's where the similarities end. Huge sports night. I think Fury is going to wait for Dubois to come up to the top and then retire, making Dubois slip in for a title shot. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Yeah, because Lacey stepped up way before he could get 10 defenses against cab drivers. Boardroom Ruiz didn't land many in the rematch, but when he did land, Joshua was shaky as fuck. I think Joshua was, he was very, very cautious. You know, he was very cautious, but he took those punches better than he did the first fight. But he knows what to expect, so he's supposed to at the end of the day. Let's see what ESPN's talking about. Don't sleep on Danny Garcia. I think that fight is dangerous for Arrow. I see someone going to sleep. I still have nightmares on how Dillian was slept by the Czar. Yeah, man, look, I just heard, Angel. Angel talks shit anyway, but he was just like, don't take that fight lightly. And it's a such thing as overlooking your opponent, and that could happen. Danny Garcia, and if he's the mandatory, you know what that means? Danny Garcia beats Errol Spence, he don't have to fight him no more. He's the mandatory. Danny would probably fight him again, because he probably got a rematch clause in or whatever. But at the end of the day, that's what it's about. AJ didn't fight Brazil and Molina at 5-0. Stokes on the real Arrow. We got Wilson and Rodriguez. Oh, somebody got the knock. Elvis knocked his mouthpiece out. Oh, good. Bedroom, yes, I do, mate, but Wilder is accurate with that right hand. Don't think that Joshua could recreate Fury's performance because that's casual thinking right there. Yeah, he's not. He's not him. Damn, good uppercut by Elvis, and then made him spit his mouthpiece right out, and he still misses. Oh, water break, guys. Yeah, Rodriguez, he's a one bad cat. Oh, good right hook by Elvis. Go, good right and uppercut. He loves to throw that right. Oh, that hurt him. That hurt him. Straight left. Nice. Follow with a right hook. Those right hooks are rocking. He's a pretty tough guy. This Dominican guy, Rodriguez, Elvis Rodriguez. This is the first time I've seen him fight, and I'm impressed with what I'm seeing because he's busting Wilson up. Oh, good straight left. Follow with a right. Yeah, he's going in for the kill. Oh, left hand drops this guy. Wow, it's over. It's over. He drops him flat on his back. He didn't know where we was at after that. His feet kind of tangled. Yeah. Wow. Gator, this dude is the truth. Now I know what you guys were talking about. Now I see what you're talking about. I'm looking forward to see what this kid can do. He kind of puts you in the mind of Sullivan Barrera. He looks like a Dominican Sullivan Barrera. But yeah, the kid got some pop. That right hook, you could see how it was affecting him every time he landed. And bow, he would jab and bow, and he'd come up with an uppercut with it. With at the same angle. So he's right hooking, uppercut with it, and if he catches you with the hook, you're already in position for the uppercut. Beautiful combination. Beautiful. He's in Roach Camp. The commentators were saying, I think, nice. Look at that. He follows by the right hook. He blocks the Wilson's right hand. Then he catches him with a left hook. As he blocks it, bloop, bloop, down he goes. Oh, he sets him up. He blocks the right hand from Wilson. He sets him with the right, and then follows through with the left hand. Yeah, he had this kid busted up. It was done. Oh, that was a nasty knockout. Oh, look at Wilson's eyes. Look at his eyes. Oh, he's Elvis now. He's okay. The kid got some personality over here. We got to watch him again. We got to see this guy again. Nice. Yeah, he's one of Freddie Roach's guys. I got to see what he can do. And I appreciate Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach's passion is training. And Freddie, despite his differences, his illness, I think boxing keeps him alive. He trains, he keeps moving. I think what Freddie Roach needs is a big fat roach. Then he'll be chilling. And that's actually good for Parkinson's disease patients, honestly. He's all shook up. Ooh. Word of the day. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, Elvis made him all shook up. Oh, man. Hilarious. Let's see. What about you, Katie? You ever hit the roach? Ever hit the roach? I didn't in hell. I'm going to pull like Clinton. I didn't in hell. Be local like Obama. Oh, I'll hit the roach. Hell, me and Michelle, we hit the roach every night. And it's good to be out of the White House, so we don't have to sneak and get the shit. I tell Michelle, come on, baby, come on. You know what time it's for. The point is, you call Wilder's championship runs cab drivers. Okay. Meanwhile, AJ fought them same cab drivers. He fought some of them. He fought some of the same people. I think Wilder's problem was his the acceleration, that step that he needed. His camp did that. They didn't believe in him like that. His camp did that shit. He could have fought. Fury shouldn't have fought Klitschko before Wilder should have. Fury didn't have a belt. How? Okay, let's look at it like this. Fury wasn't a world champion, and he got the Klitschko fight. Wilder was a world champion, Scance Rants. Think about that. And also, they were managed by the same people. There was no reason that fight shouldn't have happened. Shelly Finkel was managing both fighters. He didn't want that fight. And if I'm Wilder, I would feel some type of way. I've seen pictures with Shelly Finkel's like up here, and Wilder's back here, and then Wilder's kind of looking at him like this. You know what I mean? And I think, he should be.
O sea, fue algo que no me perturbó la mente porque estábamos bien concentrados, sabemos el trabajo que teníamos que hacer y al final, como decimos allá en República Dominicana, lo que igual no es ventaja, y van a pelear luego con guantes de 10 onzas. Entonces eso no me trajo la mente y yo estaba concentrado en hacer mi trabajo.
This guy's going to be a force to working with. Also fought 2 gold medalists and more top 10 completions. AJ fought some of the same garbage. By the way, Kurtville, you should lock up Rich Dyer. He's amazing boxing analyst. You and him are my faces. Nice. Antonio Matthews. Yeah, but Joshua didn't wait 40 fights and those 40 cab drivers. It's like, well, again, Antonio Matthews. They felt that it would look better for Wilder before they wanted to get him out of there. Now, to be fair, the same motherfucker that knocked out Dillian White, Wilder was in negotiations to fight. The only reason it didn't happen because he popped dirty. He popped dirty twice because they were going to negotiate. He popped dirty for some banned substance, but it was just now added on the banned substance list. So it was like that borderline. And then after that date, they found it in his system again, Povetkin. So it was a big stink. It was real messy. But that's when they were finally trying to get Wilder a fight with a hard, tough, experienced opponent like Povetkin. You know, I just wonder how that fight would have went. You know what I'm saying? And I think it would have came down to being heavyweight boxing, who lands what first. Will Wilder sit back there and, you know, lean and long how he is? Is he able to reach out and touch Povetkin? You know what I mean? Maybe so. But Povetkin is also a guy that knows he's a smaller heavyweight. He's a shorter one, rather. And he knows he has to get in and take punches and take risk. You know? But he could, but so did, what's his name? What's the guy's name that Deontay Wilder knocked out unconscious? Coming in with a left hook. Polish fighter. What's that Polish fighter's name? I forget right now. My mind is fleeting me. Chisora just knocked him out. What's the guy's name? Brittany Devine, counterpunch to you. Welcome to the chat. You've been counterpunched. Great. Scans Ranch, you're moving the goalposts. AJ didn't come up in the heart of the Klitschko era either. No, he's a young kid. They're talking about Chadwick.
He expressed his sympathies today on Twitter, as did so many of us in the boxing community. From Jermel Charlo to David Hay, Clarissa Shields, Chadwick Boseman clearly had an appreciation for proven champions because he was a champion of life himself. On behalf of all of us at ESPN and Top Rank Boxing, may he rest in peace.
Rest in power, champ. You know, to talk about Chadwick Boseman, you know, this is ESPN talking about Chadwick Boseman. I know he's a superstar and all, and I know, but why do you think boxing took time to acknowledge Chadwick Boseman? Because he was a supporter, an admirer, a lover of the sweet sport, boxing. He was at all the top fights. He was at in the front row of damn near every fight, if not if the fourth, the third. He was somewhere close to admire the fights, and he did it to the very end. Okay? And so, you know, people acknowledge that and know that. He'll be that guy that, man, where's Chadwick? You see what I'm saying? So it affects everyone. You know what I mean? Marvel lovers. I mean, damn near everybody loves Marvel. You know what I mean? Young black kids that now have a face. So, yeah, man, it's, again, it is heartbreaking. You know, and normally Floyd don't really come out and say anything about someone. That shows you, you know, until later on. You know, he's more private when it comes to certain things. But, you know, he had to show his appreciation. But Chadwick was there. He was that celebrity that was with those boxers, hung around those boxers, friends with those boxers. Him and Bud Crawford like this, people. He's in the ring with Terrence Crawford, right? Yeah, man. So it's crazy. If I'm Deontay Wilder, I fight Charles Martin for the mandatory slot for Joshua. Yeah, you know, I would like to see that too. And don't be surprised, Charles Martin gives Wilder some problems. However, if Deontay Wilder can beat Charles Martin, he gets credit just like Joshua did. Because see, this Charles Martin, though, is more an improved fighter. This is after the breakdown. This is after all the money was spent. This is the determined, once again, Charles Martin with a proven coach, Manny Robles. Okay, so, you know, I seen what he did to Jarrell Washington. It was a good win. You know what I mean? And Jarrell Washington beat the Nordic Nightmare. The Nordic Nightmare knocked out Calzaghe, took his first strap. So, look, everything is everything when it comes to boxing, people. It's great. Martin looked solid against Washington. He did. And see, that was a counter. Bop, you know, nice. Right over the jab. Beautiful. Let's see where we're at on the PBC side.
Accountable for what you did wrong. Those are one.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we have commercials on both channels. That's ridiculous. What is the competition between commercials? What we doing? If I'm Wilder, I would step aside with an agreement to fight the winner of AJ versus Fury. I mean, that's if Deontay Wilder wants it, but I think Deontay at a point now, you know, I think he's too proud for that at this point. Plus, you know, he's supposed to convince everyone that he has the confidence to beat Fury. So there shouldn't have to be any step aside money because you don't have to, because I'm gonna step Fury's ass to the side of his face when I hit him. You know, that's what we're getting. It's 90 people on the chat. Let's get 90 likes. Let's go. Like check. Like check. The Klitschko era. Hell, there was only one when Wilder won his title. Yeah, that's right. But he was the guy that hasn't been beaten a very long time. You know, and, you know, Shelley didn't want that. Because, you know, I think Shelley honestly is more like kind of like an uncle-like figure to these fighters instead of like a manager. Because he could have thrown Wilder out there on the sympathetic side, you know what I mean? I don't think it helped Wilder, but I think he was trying to help Wilder because he knew, like, Wilder is this guy. He's the baby champion. He's just coming out. Leave him be. Klitschko is that guy that has been there forever. If I put my two fighters together and that fight already happens, you see what I'm saying? What Shelley did was Vladimir Fury. Oh shit, Vladimir lost. Rematch. Tyson got out of that shit, right? Fell off, whatever. Then Vladimir Joshua, right? So even by the 17th, Joshua was not ready in the eyes of Shelley Finkel because I don't think he really wanted that fight. I think he had two champions and he wanted to outsource those champions to other fighters. So, and then get them out of the way. Then maybe if they're still undefeated, then he probably would have let that fight happen. Maybe. And I'm being positive about it. I'm trying to see what Shelley Finkel or why Shelley Finkel did what he did with Deontay Wilder. Charles Martin was on crack when he fought Joshua. I walk this earth like a god. No, he don't smoke crack. Remember, he said, I smoke weed, bitch. I smoke weed, bitch. Yeah, that ass. That whooping kind of beat him. It hurt his pride because he went all over there. Sure, he got the money now, but he doesn't have the title. And I think that was messing with his ego. And he probably just, you know, needed to rant. You know, look at Lara. Well, I think that Lara, you know, he's a very good fighter, very dangerous fighter. A lot of people avoided him, you know, and then what's happening, they're putting him up against these younger guys now, these younger pressure fighters. And I don't think that's by a mistake. I think it's just a test. This, you know, Vendetti guy, he's going to come in strong, hungry, young, okay? So he's going to come in there with Lara and try to overpower Lara like Angulo did once upon a time before Lara broke his eye bone. But, you know, so they're doing the preliminaries right now. Yeah, Lara's 37. Yo. Yo, man, it gets harder and harder to do that, to keep that up. Yo, and I think that fight's now, and I hope it is. Let's not compare fighting Klitschko coming off a loss to Fury, where he looked old, shot, and couldn't throw a punch, and an 18-month layoff without a tune-up to Klitschko, who didn't lose in 10 years. The fight gonna be an annihilation war. It's funny how you Wilder fan girls need to turn Fury into a KO artist to justify Wilder's beating. Well, I think the problem with Wilder, I think it's, you know, he's a feather duster, you know. I just think that he said something that, like, hey, you can't punch, and then he got beat up. Then he went down, you know. So if I'm Wilder, damn costume, never the fist. He still can't punch. Fuck that. No, he can't punch. You know, his fans, no, he was cheating. Don't say that, Wilder. Deontay, don't say that. He was cheating. Glovegate, bitch. Oh, I ain't talking about Glovegate. What Glovegate? Oh, man. C-Stats, big up Kurt. Glad you weren't affected by the hurricane. I always wanted to see Lara versus Mayweather. Man, I was just telling my father that today. After the Canelo fight in Texas, there was no path for Lara to fight him, it seemed. Yeah, because if he would have beat Canelo, that would have been a fight everybody wanted to see. Shout out to C-Stance. Thank you for the super chat. And I was talking to my father today about Lara, you know, and how they robbed Lara. And I watched that, man. I'm going to tell you, one of the best things to watch is that Lara Canelo, or that Canelo Lara All Access. That shit was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Wasn't ready. 33 fight WBC belt holder ain't ready. What the fuck? I guess Lacey won't ready for Joe either. Joe whooped that ass, man. That shit was crazy. Yeah, it's coming on now, people. I'm going to take a bathroom break before it starts. 1 moment. Okay, welcome back, guys. What do we got? When Wilder got the WBC, Klitschko fought Jennings, then lost to Fury. When did Wilder duck Klitschko? Well, look. When Klitschko fought Jennings in New York, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Why did he fight Fury? You see what I'm saying? Like, why didn't he just fight Wilder? Why didn't he fight Wilder in New York City? That's my question. And I never said Wilder ducked Klitschko. See, people think, oh, well, he ducked Klitschko. No, they wouldn't allow the fight. They wouldn't allow the fight to happen. There's a difference. See, it's different from you saying, I don't know what Deontay Wilder wanted. Okay, we don't know what he wanted. We don't know if he desired to fight Klitschko or not. That ain't the point. The point is, Shelly Finkel told Wilder, you're not fighting him, Deontay. Because that's what he told everyone else. Right? Signed to fight Jennings before Wilder won the belt. Okay, but Wilder won the belt, though, after that. Why couldn't it just been an undisputed fight? So you're telling me Vladimir had the rest of the belts, people. He's like Joshua in Germany at the point. Understand that. Then Wilder had the WBC. So that means that was an opportunity for Shelly Finkel, the manager for both fighters, to bring all the belts together with Vladimir Klitschko and Wilder. He said he wasn't ready for that. You know, Fury was Klitschko's mandatory. So what was whatchamacallits? Brian Jennings. Wilder said he wanted to fight Klitschko. I never heard, you know what, Scance Rants, please send me, because I never heard Deontay talk about that back then. So if you can find that article, please let me look it up. I really do want to hear that, because I never really heard him speak about Vladimir Klitschko or what was said between or why he wasn't allowed to fight him or whatnot. Okay, Fury was Klitschko's mandatory. I get that. Klitschko signed to fight Jennings before Wilder won the WBC. Babbitt is coming for all of them. I like the guy. Very good command of the Queen's language as well. Looks a little small. This guy's still wearing his mask. Damn. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody been tested by now. I think some things are really not necessary.
Robert Guerrero.
Okay, so back to Scance Rants. Okay, Klitschko signed to fight Jennings before Wilder won the belt, the WBC. I get that. So why did Shelly Finkel go out of his way, instead of saying what you said, which I don't doubt, why did he say, no, he's a baby champion, he's not fighting any of these guys? You see what I'm saying? So him fighting Fury wasn't going to work anyway, because he said he couldn't fight him. I'm not saying that Wilder ducked him. I'm not saying that. I said that Shelly Finkel, which was the manager of Deontay Wilder, would not allow Deontay Wilder to fight any of those guys because he called him a baby champion. Counterpunch. That's what I'm saying. Not that, oh, Wilder, you ducker, you did. I didn't say any of that. A lot of people want to say I said that. I didn't say any of that shit. You know what I mean? But I do want to hear what Wilder's desire was, so we'll know exactly how Wilder felt in contrast to what Shelly Finkel said. Does that make sense? Have you seen all these YouTube channels hating on Bud Crawford? It's insane. Well, I mean, Austin GT. They're hating on Crawford because he's signed with the wrong promotional company. They promote PBC fighters. They promote PBC. You know, but if you look at the grand scheme of things with those guys, they get the content, they get the interviews, they get the open visitation to the PBC guys, so they support the PBC guys. And furthermore, the elephant in the room, Al Heyman. Al Heyman's a black promoter, very intelligent, so they're following the politics behind that. Okay? If PBC was owned by Eddie Hearn, they would not like the PBC. Counterpunch. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So, yeah, Terrence Crawford is with ESPN. If Terrence Crawford joined the PBC, they would love him again. He's with Bob Arum. We don't like him. You know? If Pulev wins versus Joshua, there's no chance Fury Wilder happens. Fielder Wire happens. Fury versus Pulev for undisputed. Yeah, that could happen. And you would see how fast Bob would change his tune. No, that's fuck the Wilder fight. Wilder's hurt. He can't fight. Pulev, Fury, unification undisputed. Kurt, I'm responsible. I'm responding to people in the chat. They're saying Wilder. Oh, okay. I got you, Scantz Rants. I got you. But yes, please send that. Inbox it to me. DeVille Kurt, Instagram, where Wilder was saying he wanted to fight Klitschko. Send me. Do that for me, please. Okay. All right. Well, Vendetti, he's lost a few times. Let me look up his record anyway. Actually, (22-3-1).
By way of Guantanamo, Cuba. He weighed in at 153 pounds. His record stands at 26 wins, 3 losses, and 3 draws, with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making the first defense in his second reign as world champion, here is the defending 2-time WBA and the IBO Super Welterweight Champion of the world, Eddie Lundy, the American Dream.
Lara looks real dry. I don't like that. It's like he's not warmed up yet. He lost to Michael Soto. He lost to Pedro Gonzalez and Antonio Chavez Fernandez. I haven't heard any of those guys. So, we're starting the main event, guys. Erislandy Lara versus Greg Vendetti. Order, my point is that a man shouldn't be predicting his own defeat. Okay, here we go, guys.
Successful villain here tonight. First round underway, our main event. Greg Vendetti stepping up in class, taking on the long-time champion.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's already over. Lara just threw a straight left. Vendetti he's like jittery. I think he needs to calm down more, but he definitely needs to move because Lara's a lot taller than him, I see. And especially that reach. And Lara, he has a good distance factor. He knows where to hit you and he knows where you're going to be. And if you sit there straight up the pipe, right on the line, he's going to pop you right in the face. He just like that. He just got caught with a straight left. Beautiful left hand. Vendetti, I think he's waiting he's like a puma ready to pounce. That's what he's looking like, honestly.
You can absolutely positively. That's a perfect way to put it, Brian. It's a great way to put it because Lara's got more tricks in his bag than Vendetti's ever seen before.
Oh.
And he's going to probably use some of them tonight.
Oh, good uppercut from Lara. I think Lara should throw that left uppercut. He goes upstairs with it. I think he should go more to the body with it. Oh, good straight left by Lara.
Punches are bouncing off his glove and not off his chin. And maybe he'll be able to get close enough to sneak something on him. But look at Lara. He's just going to push you down, turn you. He'll probably do that most of the night until he softens up Vendetti, if Vendetti can't get in and do some damage.
Lara already able to land some shots as well, fighting in there. And Vendetti, you're right, that's a way of putting it, a tight package. He does have a very tight hook and a strong hook as well. But will he be able to close the gap? You can see Lara is able to, get in the...
Oh, good left uppercut by Lara.
With that uppercut right to the head of Vendetti.
Yeah, and we talked about in the fighter meetings with Vendetti.
Yeah, this guy is totally outclassed. I haven't seen him land anything yet. And Lara's already landed a straight left. 2 or 3 straight lefts right up the middle, a grazing left on the side of the head, a powerful uppercut, the same one he looked like he hit Swift with.
let's see if Vendetti can get in there and at least score something, and they'll get the respect of Lara somehow.
Tries with the right hand and bulldozes in. Getting a warning there from Jerry Cantu. Very good referee. Great referee.
But you know something good about Lara? Since all these guys are coming out of retirement, and Lara, you know, he's been fighting and he's getting older. You know, he's saying like, hey, I can be just like Bernard Hopkins, you know, or he can have a career like Bernard Hopkins. Lara, he looks more calm, but I see he's not really, he's doing the same thing, but I see he's just doing it slower. You know, he's not as, maybe he's still dry. I want to see him in a couple rounds if this guy lasts. Lara's too skilled for this guy. See stance. We already seen it. I seen it the first 5 seconds. You know, when Lara kind of sit and he waited and the guy was he kind of dropped his guard. You know, he wasn't sure of what he was going to do, but Lara knew exactly. Okay. Then he threw the left and he kind of caught him here. Okay. And one thing about Lara, once you start putting your dukes up, kind of like a peekaboo, he's coming right up the middle.
You're doing what you're supposed to, you're going to get around them, all right? Keep doing it. It's a constant reset.
Greg Vendetti has been with Joe Ricciardi, his trainer there, from the outset.
Boom. Caught him right on the temple. Right temple with that shot. Because he tried to duck down. Lara saw it. Boop. There it is. Hole. You know?
Well, he slipped right into where the left hand is just going to cut across.
But I'm with you, man. I always wanted to see Lara fight Mayweather to see who had that IQ. And I know Mayweather's the shit. No, I know that. But it's some fighters that will just give you that type of competitive edge and can give you fits. You know? And it would be timing versus timing, boxer versus boxer. They're around the same height, you know. I think Floyd would have to then come in and start working the body and creating certain shots with the shoulder roll, but it's kind of hard to do that with a southpaw like Lara.
Joe, that's good insight too, you know, because you trained a lot of southpaw, so you know.
A lot of traps will be set up. Yeah, the battle of skill, absolutely. See stance. Well, this team knew that he was limited. They took him far away.
So sometimes you got to go against the grain what is taught. And say, well, you got to move to this side on a southpaw. Move the opposite side. They're not used to it. Sometimes you can throw the rhythm off.
And early on here, Lennox Lewis, you just see there seems to be a championship calm with Lara.
Okay. Look, Lara's waiting for the referee. You got to protect yourself at all times. Vendetti gets a good right in.
So he doesn't really have to do too much.
That's where he should be.
He has to get in. He has to get in and do
Vendetti needs to be exactly where he is. Head to his chest, throwing bombs. Because he's not going to outbox him. He's not going to do shit on the outside but get popped. Oh. Oh, but he comes right in. Lara catches him with a 1-2-3. Then Vendetti comes right in with a hook of his own and catches Lara. Lara has to be careful because I remember when Alfredo Angulo did that. Whenever they would break, Angulo would time where he would go because he's going to the left. He would start throwing left hooks over and catching Lara right when they broke. And this guy's able to do the same thing. So Lara better be careful. I think he needs to work on that.
Same thing. And by waiting out there, see, he shouldn't be waiting right now. You got to make some quick head movements, footwork,
See, because Lara can sit there like playing chess. Lara's not going to be, because he's like, okay, as long as I'm here, I'm going to be here. I'm not going to give you anything. Oh, good right from Vendetti.
There was some body shots there with the right hand again. He's going to have to make this more of a brawl, and he knew that. He said, look, I'm going to have to double up, triple up.
Yeah, he's going to have to get in there because that guy's going to take him apart.
Stand there in front of this guy, so he's going to have to be perpetual motion.
Oh, good left uppercut. I don't know if you guys heard that shit, but that was that. Your lips ain't matching your voice, bro. Vendetti has a good dip game.
Fighting a little bit closer. Through 2 rounds, Vendetti trying to make it interesting.
And here we have another burst fight in Denmark.
Yeah, it was a good uppercut. This guy's really unhinged.
Photos from
Boring. Boring. You don't need to see that. Oh, here we go. Can you believe my client Steve had never heard of a home and auto bundle or the renters good bundle?
Wait, you're a lawyer?
Only licensed in Stockholm.
What is happening?
Anyway, game show, kumite, Cinderella story.
You know karate?
No, I don't. I practice Muay Thai. Completely different skill set.
Feeling stressed?
He had two heavyweight fighters with Matchroom have the best resumes that some matchmaking. Yes, that IBO sure has historical value. I clowning the IBO. Yeah, people don't really talk about the IBO, but Scans Rants, to be fair, a lot of people didn't talk about the WBO. A lot of people didn't really even acknowledge the WBO. The IBO has to have somebody that's worthy and makes it worthy of having. You know what I mean? Round 3.
Here to win. You can tell he's not here to collect the paycheck or to lay down any of that. He came here to win. I mean, his body looks in great shape. He had plenty of time to train for this fight. It's his big opportunity. He's got a lot of fights under his belt. This is his time to try to take advantage of one of the great fighters of all time, a world champion, and prove himself. Look, he's here to win this fight, and he's going to try hard tonight.
That's true, Joe. You have to make your name off of great.
Anytime it gets in the outside, it's just Lara's fight. He's just working the jab.
And he's doing a great job.
I think I don't think they should have like the outline of people in the background. That shit kind of looks like your vision is going away or something. Like, are those people back there? But I think this is perfect for Lara because Lara, people get the booing Lara because he's like, he doesn't give you anything. You wait 5 to 6, 7 seconds, then a left hand lands for Lara, and then it might be 5 seconds later, then another left hand lands for Lara.
Since that first good left hand that Lara landed, he has not really caught Vendetti clean with something really hard. Good point. Because early on,
See, I think Lara, if he was actually able to, like, he knows how to catch and shoot, but I think Lara's problem is his arms are a bit too long to really be effective on the inside. Is whether, his punches are wingy because he has longer arms.
Now, Vendetti just got warned for something from Jerry Cantu, and I couldn't really make out what it was, maybe being too rough on the inside or using a shoulder. Yeah,
Good right by Vendetti.
When a guy is sitting on your neck, pushing down on you, what are you going to do? I mean, you got to wiggle out of that. You got to use your man strength, whether it's your shoulders, your forearms, or whatever. So I don't necessarily agree with that. I didn't see Vendetti doing anything wrong there, but maybe I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain times where he comes in pretty close with the head, so maybe the referees warn him about that as well.
Well, I think it was a soft, I think it was a soft warning too, right? I mean, it wasn't like I'm taking a point away.
It was.
Like that. It was kind of, hey, don't do that.
It was, but I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes it can make that fighter now hesitate a little bit. As a coach, I hate that, only because I know they may be planting a seed and my fighter said, hey, don't be so...
Good right by Vendetti. It was to the body. I think he needs to work on the body to Lara to start softening him up. That's what Alfredo Angulo was successful doing. Yeah, it was a good body shot, Psycho Crusher. I agree.
Hey, by the way, this date a few years back started a lineage.
Okay, John L. Sullivan. Okay, the Boston Strong Boy. World Championship from 1882 to 1892 versus Dominic McCaffrey. So White with a mandatory title, shot on the line, taking on Povetkin was strategic matchmaking. White should have fought Sharifir Spilka. That's it, Arca Spilka. That's what I was looking for.
I think this thing's going to heat up pretty soon because we're in the 4th round here, and Lara's got to start letting his hands go a little bit more. I know Vendetti isn't doing a whole heck of a lot. He's trying to get inside.
Oh, good left. That hurt him. That hurt him. That hurt him. Vendetti got caught with a straight left, and it is like his feet damn near came up from under him.
But he ate that pretty well. He comes back in, looks to fight. Lunging and trying to close that gap. Got hit very hard there from Lara.
See, Lara's doing the right thing. He's keeping Vendetti at the space where he wants to keep him. So
That's a dangerous place for Vendetti to be, though, because he's just getting picked. He's like a sniper, just picking them apart.
But that left hand he threw just a moment ago, was he pointing at his shoelaces? And he threw that with conviction. That was a very different left hand.
Did Lara try some slick shit, try to make him look down? You guys see that? Yeah, hit the like button, people. We got 76 on the chat. Let's get 76 likes.
Point to his shoes. What was that?
Point to your shoes, look down, and then I'll hit you.
That's right, Goosen. Where said he turned down the Ortiz fight because Ortiz is an old man and didn't speak a word of English. Povetkin is old. Yo, I do remember that. I do remember that. And I was pissed off because I'm like, what are you trying to say? You know what I mean? Like, fucking Povetkin don't speak English, motherfucker. You know? Oh, I like how Lara throws the strong, the power left, then he follows it with a right, and it pops the head back. Oh, good left uppercut by Lara. Yeah, Vendetti. Vendetti has to do more. See, I think Lewis said, "Oh well, Lara has to do more." I can't remember who said that. I'm like, no, Lara don't have to do shit besides what he's been doing. If he can hit that guy like he hit him, he'll do that shit all night. I'm telling you, Lara doesn't care about activity like that. Long as he's winning, long as he knows the guy's not hitting him and he's able to hit the guy from a distance, that's a Lara fight. That's a perfect Lara fight. Now, Vendetti just got in a right, a little grazing right. Now he's trying to work the body, He's inside. But, Lara, he did just let him in. Oh, good right by Vendetti. Oh, good uppercut. Oh, he catches him. Lara better put his hands up. Because Lara, when he breaks out, oh, that right. Oh, it caught him right on the jaw. See, the thing about Lara, he's very precise, very accurate. Boom, catches him with a left cross. That made his neck swivel. He should have followed up. Uppercut, right hand, those type of things. Search and destroy. Yeah, that was a search. See, that was a destructive punch, but he didn't search and destroy like your name. You see what I mean? He should have went in for the kill. Because he kind of froze for a minute, like, oh, fuck, I'm hurt now. 53-year-old Mike Tyson's resume is deeper. White should fight him next. White should fight Ortiz next. I always wanted to see Dillian White versus Ortiz. And if Ortiz beats Dillian White, don't say shit. People, don't say shit. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna check over there on the ESPN side after this round to see what's going on over there on the ESPN side. I see Ortiz beating White. See, Stance, let me tell you something. Ortiz has a fucking crazy-ass left hook, and he loves to throw it in the inside. Right when he comes inside, he hooks it up like he dropped Brian Jennings with. Brian Jennings is a tough mother sucker. He went 12 rounds with Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I mean? So you can't say the guy's not tough. And old-ass Ortiz got him out of there, right? Think about that.
Vendetti making a good effort here. And that's what I mentioned. You know, the fight against Yoshikama guy, that was a quality.
And I think what gets people with Lara, and he ends up with certain fights like close, like they are. White will never fight Ortiz. I don't think. You know what? I honestly don't think Eddie Hearn will want that shit. You know what I mean? Because he knows. Because, or you know, believe it or not, Ortiz used to fight with under Matchroom at one point. You know, he fought. What was his name? Malik Scott, Dave Allen. He beat those guys and he called them boring. But then, in hindsight, I'm like, really? Put your guy in there, you know? And I think it was a tester.
Up to this point, 39-37. Here's Landy Lara. I gave Greg Vendetti the second round. Not much.
Yeah, I gave him the second round too, because Lara just didn't do enough.
A few more better punches that left an impression with me, but overall, I think Landy Lara is having his way and having his fight at this point.
Interesting. Okay, Marcos, I didn't expect Vendetti to even take a round, but that shows you that a judge could reasonably have it that way. Interesting. There's Landy Lara looking the better of it here.
Yeah, I mean, Lara just didn't have that backing. You know what I mean? He was just a dangerous fighter that they gave the credit to Canelo because he didn't have to fight Lara. You know what I mean? Well, he didn't have to take this challenge, Jared Jim. You know, Canelo Alvarez beat Canelo Alvarez.
I thought that was a close fight. Again, 2014, Lara, as frequently when we were talking about Canelo Alvarez and who he fought, frequently Joe Goose and I brought up, hey, wait a second.
Oh, good uppercut. Yo, I see, I hate to say it, but I see Vendetti running into an uppercut that's going to knock his ass out or going to put him flat on his back. Okay, let's see what's going on ESPN, guys. Let's go on over there. Ortiz, Povetkin, Kalnaki.
Quite often in his fight.
Yeah, this is Barbosa Jr. versus Luis. Shit. Okay. Yeah, it's not on yet, guys. So I got to go back over here to cover the Lara fight.
Anyone says, I'll fight Canelo. It's like, look, Canelo is evidently still looking for people. Round 6 here, and Lara has been competitive at the highest level for a long time, and he still looks slick tonight.
Oh, good straight left.
He still looks like he's at the top.
Oh, good right from Vendetti. And it's always when Lara's eluding. It's always when he's spinning out. Just caught him again, spinning out. Lara has to keep his dukes up.
Starting to slide over to the right instead of going to the left to his left, Vendetti's left. He's moving to his right a little bit more, even though he did it on this move.
Vendetti's he's a little spark plug though, ain't he?
Using Lara. Now, to answer your question about Lara, no, he's still great. Look, I mean, I think he'll rise to the occasion. The better the fighter in front of him, the better he's going to do. Because the better fighters are going to take more chances, and that gives him an opportunity to counter and use his real skills. But right now, look, Vendetti is, he's forcing himself on Lara right now.
You know what I don't like? Vendetti's landed at least 3 punches, and I haven't. Okay, at least it went to 41.
He could open up more, but But right now, Vendetti's doing a good job.
So you're saying the answer is yes?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Lara, to me, again, are you saying that he wants to fight at the biggest fights? And you mentioned the he has a regular belt. I just want to clarify that.
Jonathan, he's never fought outside of America. He's always needed home advantage, and if that's first Castillo fight was outside the U.S., he would have lost.
Best thing, but there's a lot of title belts out there. So I don't call the world champion right now.
It's a little confusing, but I will say this. I've been with fighters for a long time, but when you've got great fighters like Lara, they rise to the occasion. Sometimes they just...
Oh, good right hook.
They're capable of when they don't have the biggest threat in front of them.
Well, I think I think he looks very good. I think Vendetti is at that level.
Ortiz duck white, but this guy calls me a liar.
Vendetti, here to your point that you made a few moments ago, he's fighting hard. He's given everything he can. He's at a certain level, but he's not so far away to not pose a decent threat.
Yeah, I agree. Vendetti has picked up the pace a lot more than he did in the last few rounds. But he's also taking chances, and when you take chances, you're going to get hit. So he's got to make sure his defense is intact when he's coming in against...
We're going to keep it right here. Let's go to Lara's corner. This is not a solid title.
Ortiz ducked top 10 heavyweights for 200 years. Oh, God.
Go ahead and throw 2, 3, 4, and then throw a jab.
Sí. Está bien fría, Guantanamerito. Oh, listo, está mi miedo. Vamos allá.
Okay, let's go.
Vamos allá.
Come on, let's go. Clean your gloves.
All right, there's Vendetti. He's jumping in with that right hand lead.
Yeah, did he catch him with a right hand jumping in?
And then another right hand, backing up Lara. Did any of it really score him? No, but he's making that effort. And we're in the 7th round right now.
He's got to try, I think, Joe, is the point, right? He's got to. Sometimes it looks crude. He's lunging in, but he's making an effort. You see the punches landed, according to CompuBox, 75-45 in favor of Lara.
Vendetti, he's cutting the ring off, though. There you go. Throw punches. Don't just follow him. Oh, good googity goo. Lara landed like 3 uppercuts. You know what I mean? And his head was like, oh.
And you're thinking, hey, does Lara still have it? Is he still like that level opponent? Looks like he is.
Without a doubt. I don't think there's a question.
See, the thing is about Lara, you can never outbox Lara. The idea is to outwork Lara.
Be competitive with all the names that you mentioned right there. It wasn't that long ago we had that great fight with Jared Hurd, who was a monster in the ring. Again, no rise to the occasion. And a guy like Lara, he'll admit, he goes, my legs aren't exactly the same. But what you give away with your legs, you gain an experience. And he's got a bag full of tricks. So,
yeah, I noticed that about Lara. He doesn't move around like he used to. Now he's sitting there, because he said his legs. That's what happens when you do all those amateur fights. And you give away what you could fucking sell and make money off of. You're supposed to be getting popped for PEDs. Don't get him moved.
Gave him a lot of inspiration watching Mike Tyson. But I don't see him really boxing like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson moves his head and he can get in quick. So these are the things he should have picked up from Mike Tyson, but he's not really doing it. And it's not easy to do it against Lara. Lara's really got a lot of experience behind him. And he keeps his defense very tight. And like I said,
see, Lara, I want him to go to the body. It's a good uppercut, good right from Vendetti, good right hook to the body. Okay, maybe you're listening to me, Lara, because you're that close with your dukes up like it is. He should go to the body.
now what's Lara doing? He's abandoned moving. He's sitting in the pocket. He's saying, look, I'm going to block some punches here, and I'm going to find the openings. throw some uppercuts, body shots, or whatever, and start hurting the kid. So
Is that a good idea, Joe?
yeah, because he's actually better. Like Lennox said at the beginning.
Oh, good left uppercut.
Can fight on the inside.
And Lara threw a right just to come up and follow with the left uppercut. Oh, the uppercuts are getting in, and I know what Lara's doing. This guy's ducking to get underneath. Lara's now, he's starting to pinpoint and time those uppercuts. When this guy comes in on the inside, he just hit him with another uppercut. Right hook. Oh, good right uppercut. I think his legs are hurting. I think he's hurting. Please get this kid out of here. Because he's not doing enough to even put up a fight to win. He doesn't have fists for hammers. He ain't got Danny Garcia's. Okay? So... Vendetti looked like he's gassed out. Yeah, he looks pretty, yeah. I think those uppercuts are getting to him. And I think if I'm Lara, if I need to work the body, you know, just kind of touch him with a right hook sometimes. And instead of going to up the pipe and headhunting, he should come down with a left hook, with a left uppercut to the body, right to the solar plexus.
Oh, yeah, you know, full style right there. Look at that.
Like a middleweight there in the middle.
Yep.
How old were you there, Len?
Got 19. Got 19.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Amazing.
You remember? Do you still have that sweater? That was fresh, as we used to say.
That's a British sweater. Just want you to know.
Happy birthday, Len.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Happy 40th birthday. Hey.
Well, I'm under 100.
Well under. There you go. It's coming up on Wednesday. Birthday to Lennox Lewis here. Erislandy Lara and Greg Vendetti. Lara changing his tactics, getting more on the inside and comfortable in the round 7 there. We're now in the 8th round, scheduled for 12.
Vendetti's threw a left uppercut of his own.
13 punches. That's his best round of the night in the 7th round.
Yeah, because Lara is giving him an opportunity to punch. Are the punches landing that are really, really effective and hurting Lara? It doesn't look like it. I think Laura's
body shots right there.
They are. Those are landing. They are. But I'm going to tell you, Laura's looking to do.
Oh, good uppercut. Follow the right hand.
A much better puncher.
Let me tell you,
shots on there too. Go ahead, Lennox.
yeah, I was going to say in the Hurd fight, Hurd came at Lara and threw everything, and Lara answered back. Power punches of his own.
Lara fought most of that fight on the inside with her, to tell you the truth.
And now Vendetti is getting his best chance as he's able to get on the inside. But Lara, you can hear when he changes gears and puts a little more oomph, sits down on his punches as he will absorb.
Yeah, uppercut right hook.
As he throws a hard shot.
Yeah, Lara just couldn't accomplish much by boxing him and moving. The opportunities weren't there because Vendetti was, basically covered up most.
Look at that. One.
There we go. Now, here's an example of that. Lara just exploded out of there with a left and a right hook.
We asked Erislandy Lara when he fought of Janelle Charlo versus Jason Rosario, and he said, either way, they'll have to face him. Then when pressed,
Like,
he thought it would be a great
yeah, PBC, they got this outline of people like it's a border of just these fake people, and it's all blurry and shit. It kind of messes up your vision.
nearby.
He's an old warrior. Yeah. He's just,
Charlo is going to be.
Yeah, his legs even look different. He's looking like the old man chicken leg. I'm getting older because he looked more defined before. Kind of puts you in the mind of Terrence Crawford or Floyd Mayweather. They didn't have real skinny legs. This guy, I don't know, maybe he's starting to make weight now or something. I'm not sure.
Really good. So just because it took him 11 rounds to stop him, that ain't a bad thing against somebody like Tony Harrison.
That was a very competitive fight. You see Marcos Villegas giving that second round to Greg Vendetti, and that's it. So that makes sense here, but fight is a little bit closer, and this is going to be a real test of the toughness of Greg Vendetti, because it is easy to get discouraged in there.
The bird probably is bigger than the actual fighters.
You always have the puncher's chance. Los Angeles, California, once again.
You know who's suffering, though, that I didn't even really think about? The yeah, Laura's legs are old, but he'd still be a tough out.
And everything else. We get back to work, and so does the NFL. Fox NFL Sunday back September 13th. You've got America's Game of the Week, Tom Brady.
But I think about the team Duckers.
And the New Orleans Saints. Check your
Yeah, Laura's legs are old, but he'd still be a tough out. Yeah, he would. I mean, you've seen that against Hurd, and that was a Lara that you could tell his legs were affecting him then. His legs were affecting him then. So, you know, now you're looking at him. This guy, Vendetti's, now he's getting marked up. He has abrasions all on his forehead. His right eye is starting to swell, like most of those guys that fight Lara. As Paul Williams, Delvin Rodriguez, Canelo Alvarez. You know, they're getting that same little indention right here from that left hip. Oh, oh, oh. That is la.
You know, the focus is not strange to us. We get
Okay, it's 9 of 12.
for us to get into it because, yeah, you know what? I like it.
Oh, good uppercut from Lara.
Boxing without crowds, you know, you don't hear anybody go,
Yeah, that's it. You don't hear the boos, so Lara don't give a shit.
I didn't mean to say you took 4 months off, Joe. You know, the shutdown slowed things down.
Oh, good left uppercut and right hook combination. Nice.
Here, Joe, I want to ask you then, as a trainer, give me something concrete that you could tell Greg Vendetti, other than, hey, dig deep, kid. What were you actually doing?
Well, look, I mean, I think we've kind of discussed it, you know, at length, you know, coming in here. He's just, look, he's got to...
You know Vendetti, you know who he's fighting like to me?
got to do damage. Now, there's not much you can...
No, I don't think it'll be a stoppage. I wish it was, like right now. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, Lara will do this shit all day. And you know something, though? Another fight that could have happened, which I would have really liked to see, if Canelo would have lost to Lara, that would have been a rematch, first of all. So there probably wouldn't be one. But Cotto, Lara would have been a good fight. So that would have been a very good fight.
turns to the side and helps him along like a matador.
No, I will tell you, Brian, just to add one more thing. If Vendetti...
Cuba contra Puerto Rico.
Like when Angulo fought Lara back...
I speak Cuban. What round they're on? They're in the 9th round right now.
That type of power or size. So, you know,
Yeah, you can tell even this Lara, he's not even, you know, Lara used to fire rocket that left hand like a laser. Now he's just kind of uses it when it's convenient. See, he just throws it every so often, just like, hey, see that? There you go. See, I can still hit you with that. That's why I'm beating you. But Vendetti, he's fighting like Jeff Horn.
All he does is turn to one side, little elbow to help him along.
And get out of danger. You know, Lara, again, called himself...
Yeah, he beat him, you know, but you got to understand, that was Lara 6 years ago. That shit was over 6 years ago now. Oh, good left. Good right coming in from Vendetti. Doesn't have the same punching behind it, but, you know, he kind of sneaks it in there, Vendetti does, when he does throw it. See, he should have went wider with that. I mean, and the punch was there because Lara dropped his guard.
he hustled this round, Vendetti.
Yeah, he schooled Canelo. Lara versus Khan would be good. I see Lara knocking out Khan. Because you know what's going to happen with Khan? That's exactly what happened. Because Lara would have been like, okay, you're fast. I appreciate your 4-punch demonstration punch that I'm going to easily hit you with. You know what I mean? And what Lara's going to, even Khan, because I've heard Khan commentate Lara's fights. Oh, he's just so strong. He's so strong. He's so experienced, and I really think I can really get him in there, and you know, and really fight, and he really has the good power. I'm not a good Mir Khan thing, but he will hit. Khan will be knocked out with a left hook. That's exactly what'll happen. Not a left hook, a straight left. Because what'll happen, Khan will be trying to do too much. And he'll do good in spots, because he'll be busy, and he's a taller fighter too. But then Lara will sit back. Lara will Lara will catch him. Coming right in. Oh! Oh! You know, put him right on his ass. He'll get him out of there.
His trainer tell him, look,
I would like to see it, though.
like I said, it wasn't magic potions. He just said, get in there and rough them up, like we talked about. And that's, you know, look, that's the only thing that can capture.
Then he should do that again. Turn him again. But that's what happens with an older fighter. Look at this.
Forcing their will on the other guy.
Vendetti getting the better of it.
See, now Lara's really trying to put them together. Get this kid out of here. You should have been doing this to this kid. Yeah, you go. Throw it to the side. I like how Lara, he'll throw it straight or he'll chop around the guard with it. And that's what he just did.
I always just look to see, is the corner telling you something that you can actually do? You know, rather than just, you know, something inspirational. But give me, you know, fighters are looking for something concrete.
Lara would just sharp shoot him. Yeah, he would. I mean, what he would do, he would catch Khan in between those punches or catch him right before he begins. So when he tries to come in with that 4, that 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, he's going to hit Khan, and Khan's going to, he's going to do that old drunken ass dance. Yeah, he's Antonio Matthew. He's still at 154. He talked shit for years that he was going to 160, but he never did. You know.
He sees everything that's coming. It's not easy.
But I think Lara, when he fought Canelo, was the perfect time. Because that was when Lara wasn't going to give Canelo shit, wasn't going to make Canelo look good. You know, a lot of those guys will try to do much. Floyd was just too skillful for Canelo. You know?
One thing about Vendetti, you know, when he comes in and he throws his combination.
I honestly now, I wouldn't want to see Lara and Canelo. Because Lara slowed down a lot. He's 37. Canelo's 30, right? No. I wouldn't want to see that fight at that point.
Trying to force Lara to throw some punches.
Because Lara was 31 and I think Canelo was just turning 24. So I think Canelo's 30 years old now.
Snap off a shot there, too. Wow, that's a
Yeah, that should have happened. You know, Golovkin, though, that would have been a good fight. It would have been a lot better fight than like Willie Monroe Jr. Because what he would have done to Triple G, he would have made Triple G fucking mad. And then Triple G would have just started coming in like, okay, good boy. Now. I show you, Lara. I show you. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? You know. But see, matter of fact, Abel Sanchez shut that show down. He shut the idea of fighting Lara down. Like, no, he's not competitive. He's not a big enough attraction. Get the fuck out of here. You can't even get fights for Golovkin back then. You know?
But at 37, this is admirable. Again, you know, I'm used to guys fighting older and older, but 37 in this weight class, that's up there. And Lara certainly looks pretty fresh. She's not dancing around an awful lot, but the hand speed is still there.
Yeah, Lara, you could tell in Lara's body. Lara used to be like cut up more of like a kind of a Mayweather-like physique. Now you can see he's more flabby. You know what I mean? You could tell. You could definitely tell. Yo, Dennis Ugas. El cubano está bien. That's a good fucking look. I'm gonna tell you something about Yo Dennis Ugas. He's like the new Lara, but with more firepower and better fights. You know, very gifted, very skilled. You know, Abel Ramos. I don't know who that is, but Yo Dennis Ugas. I would love to see him fight Terrence Crawford. That would be a war. I would love to see him fight Errol Spence Jr. That would be a war. He beat Sean Porter to me, people. He beat Sean Porter. You know, so a lot of people don't talk about that. You know, and honestly, I did a video on Cuban fighters and discrimination thereof. And a lot of Cuban fighters get the shitty end of the stick. You know, of course, Lara. But then a lot of people don't really understand about like Ugas. You know, Ugas, Yordenis Ugas he's been in situations where he's supposed to get the decision, don't get the decision.
Capable of beating anyone. Lara is that type of fighter as well. Just one weight class up at 154. A man that is better.
11 of 12, okay.
You know, if you have a fighter, Joe Goosen, in this weight class, and you're thinking, hey, how about Lara? You might say, yeah, do we really need that? Yeah.
Terrence Crawford is looking bad. He doesn't want to fight anyone. Well, I think he can't be too picky, Terrence Crawford, you know. But one thing's for certain. If you had all these negotiations like with the Terrence Crawfords and the Sean Porter, the Keith Thurmans and the Sean Porters, I think the problem is at this point you have to start taking these fights. You know.
Amateur or pro, and he's just an amazing guy. He's a tremendous defensive fighter. He's just a very difficult guy all the way around.
And Joe, he's still got his.
That was Lara looking like Muhammad Ali. He was kind of sidestepping here for a while.
You know, it reminds me of like Jordan as an example. You know, Jordan in his young days was running all over the place, but when he got older, he got more.
Oh, good left.
Smarter.
And see, Lara will give you that precise. And look, and I'm afraid not all judges respect that. You know what I mean? They'll see these little punches thrown by these guys, and they'll score those shits. Oh, God, he really wants to win. He's winning the story of the fight. You know, that type of shit. Lara versus GGG will be good. You know what? Actually, they're damn near about the same age, aren't they, right now? I would watch that shit at 160. Brennan Smith? Hell yeah. I'm concerned Crawford's hungry isn't there like a year or two ago. I think the politics between, you know, people running and Errol Spence, I fight him when I want to fight him, when Al Heyman tell me to fight him, but it's man down promotion. I'm a savage. I walked out of a flipping cock, flipped over 9 times. I got out to shine. You know, so I mean, I think Crawford, you know, is like, these dudes don't want to fight. And honestly, Crawford, how many years left you think that he can fight at the level that he's fighting?
Is at least putting himself in that spot, and maybe he can get a shot.
Well, I think if anyone deserves it, obviously it's somebody like Lara, you know, especially at this stage of his career. And, you know, he's going to go over and
ooh, good right hook. That hurt Vendetti, too. He locks on. That hurt him. And that was when he was coming in. Yeah, that hurt him. And you know what, though, Lara, being a pure boxer, I think he's like too much of a pure boxer. Meaning, what he does, like, he doesn't have that killer instinct. That's one thing that he could use and could have. You know, that carefulness is just too much. How is Crawford going to fight someone overpricing themselves? Hey, that is true, though. You know, and that's the bullshit. People think when they leave the PBC, they're just going to go and get more money than the PBC pays them. Why do they think that? You know?
For various reasons. I mean, he got stopped by Gallimore and had a close fight with split decision with Coda. But, you know, Jared Hurd is always dangerous. He's going to be back on the scene. I love Tony Harrison. He's such a smooth boxer. J-Rock, I mean, what a performance against Jay Hurd. I mean, Jared Hurd that night. How he...
But Bud would smash Spence. It's a high possibility.
And then Erickson movement is unbelievable. Southpaw. He's like a giant-sized Errol Spence. And then you got Gashow.
Lara's winning right now.
Came on the scene by knocking out Gallimore the other, Sebastian Pandora, the 6'6" power forward, who can punch with either hand. He's on the rise. So these guys are all great. Again, a lot of them interchangeable, but that's my list.
Lara number 2.
Yeah, I think you have a good list there, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, birthday boy.
Well, that was a birthday gift right there. Okay. Lara's a little high. You had him a little higher than I thought.
12 of 12. Okay, the last round. Vendetti's giving everything he has.
You're a Hollywood aficionado. Right. We understand that.
But, you know,
Kids are now Googling like crazy.
Wait a minute. Errol Flynn did play Gentleman Jim.
Who are Canelo and Triple G fighting next? Haven't heard about them in a while. The Zone has been rejecting Canelo's fights, you know, and he wanted to fight the guy, I can't remember his name at the moment, but nobody ever heard of him. He got beat by other guys that he could have fought. Zorro's 2-time. What's up, brother? Zorro's 2-time in the building.
I really don't think so. Look, anything that happened in boxing, we've seen it happen. We just talked about how, Perella was in the last second of his fight. So, I don't see that happening here. I think Vendetti's given a great account of himself. I think, you know...
Crawford just letting Spence do all the heavy lifting while he fights handicapped dudes. Tay, the artist, actor, and producer. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you.
Hopefully he can do
That little sneaky right Vendetti does. It's kind of ingenious, but he should just do more of it. Haney versus Gamboa, your thoughts? Randall, I think that Haney's just trying to knock out Gamboa to make Gervonta Tank Davis look mad because Gervonta Tank Davis went the whole fucking fight fighting a one-armed guy. So Devin Haney, you know, he wants to do that. Gamboa just needs another check because he's out of the game, seriously. So.
Yeah, steady as she goes with Lara, and I think, again, he'll rise to the occasion, the better the opponent, especially at this stage of the game. It's hard for guys like Lara or any of these guys at the top to get up for guys that you pretty much know they're going to beat.
But also, he's coming off the shutdown as well. Everyone has had to deal with that.
Well, this is good for Lara. You know, he gets some ring rust out because he hasn't fought since he knocked out Canelo's brother. Right? How's it going, brother? You keep it safe. I just woke up to the greatest meme. Frank Warren called Triple D and Anthony to his face. Called Triple D.
Yeah, but I mean, Vendetti has been trying hard. He's been trying to work out how do I get to Lara?
Yeah, man, send me that meme. I want to see that meme.
No success because
And Scance Rant, send me that info about Deontay Wilder wanting the Klitschko fight, please.
he's seeing these kind of
Because, yeah, I'm about to end this real quick. Sorry, been busy, not much time to spare. Abs UK, no problem. And that's it, folks. That was hilarious, Zaro's 2-time. Yo, I want to see that. I want to see this meme, though.
He's had to operate to beat this man. He's had to operate at a high level. And it certainly appears he did just that. The decision coming up.
Oh, shit. Good way to get shitted on. Okay, let's see what's going on the ESPN side. Boxing Square posted it on his Twitter. I'll check it out. I know exactly who that is. Showtime in news and views across the internet. Yeah, he's good, people. Well, the fight was on Fox, but it's over. It's over. Now let's run over here again. Dude, they still haven't fucking fought. What's the deal? Jeez. Okay, yeah. Ryan versus Campbell. It's going to be a pretty good fight. What the hell is this anyway? Loma versus Lopez, fight of the year. It's hard to say. You know, it could be Garcia and Campbell. Okay, I don't like this because they're showing too many commercials, and I'm not sure why they're doing that. So I want to see what's the scorecards. Yeah, they're taking a long time, so this doesn't look good. Whenever they take a long time to rally this shit up, because by now the commercial should be over. You know what I mean? Because they only have so many commercial slots per show. Okay, here we go.
Gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in Los Angeles, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision.
Okay, good.
Score totals. Judge at ringside, Carla Kais scores about 116 to 112. Judges Zachary Young and Dr. Lou Moret both scored about 117 to 111.
Oh, wow.
All three in favor of the winner. Still champion, Erislandi.
The American Dream. Lara. All right, good for you, Lara.
If I'm not mistaken, one judge had an 8-4.
Wow, yeah. That just shows you.
That's me.
Well, we landed 161 to 88 for Vendetti. A lot of thrown 658 throw, though, and a 439 for Vendetti, 24 to 28%. Lara, 24% of his punches. Vendetti, 28. Connect percentage. All right. Well, guys, that was fun. I got to run. Thank you, everybody, for being on the chat. Everybody, you guys been counterpunched. We will reconvene at another date. And everybody has been counterpunched. Peace.